What's up? How is everybody? We are underway in College Station. 9:17 to go in the first quarter. This is an ABC game, so I have the fast feed. I'll be doing some play by play in addition to trying to figure out some live betting options. Miami. Oops, forgot. I need to go ahead and mute the YouTube feed. Anyways, there we go. All right, all set. Thanks for checking me out. My name is Rex Byers. I'm here on the SweatBox. Here from Southern Indiana, New Albany, Indiana, my mom and dad's house for the next 2 weeks or so. Those of you who have not seen before, it's a fascinating situation. Obviously, the there's no studio, there's no situation that I had like I do at my condo back in Las Vegas. But hey, games are on TV. It's a live feed. I have the antenna on ABC for A&M in Miami. So let's do it. Last night, a little bit of an issue trying to figure out what was going on. Bama and Oklahoma, we ended up going live under 44, maybe late in the first quarter. No, no chance. Alabama had -3 rushing yards at halftime, and the game was still tied at 17, drawing dead. Just a defensive touchdown, a couple other kind of weird, freaky plays, so semi big plays. I wasn't impressed with either team. Here, Texas A&M favored 2 on the live price, 2.5 dog money. I have no problem with that. A&M's offense sputtered at the midfield situation. They had 4th and 5, and had a false start. They were trying to draw the defense off. The offense went instead. It was a long drive. They were 3 for 3 on third down until the last one. So 9:17 to go in the first. They played fast. I think it was about a 14 play drive. 2 lay money and 42.5 flat. The total. Lean under, but I mean, I already got fucked by that once. I'm not necessarily ready to jump back into those waters just yet. Let's uh, let's watch a couple of drives. Let's see what else Miami has to offer first before we just go plowing into under. Uh, Given the way that last night's game blew up in spectacular fashion fairly quickly. Carson Beck leads the Miami offense onto the field for the first time. They won the toss and deferred. This kid's thrown for almost 11,000 yards. That's fucking incredible. I'm a little bit more F bomb unconscious today with my dad not being seated directly to my right about 5 feet. They went to go watch my sister's kid, my niece. Riley played basketball today. Floyd Central plays at the Indianapolis Coliseum where the Pacers used to play before they built Market Square Arena in the 70s. That game's against McCutcheon at 2:30 Eastern time. So they'll be back here later on, about the time that I'm probably going to try to call it. Here we go. Beck's pass is complete. Gain of about 3. So Miami out to the 11, first down. Sorry, 2nd and 7. Let's see. This is a hell of a college basketball card today. 3 games started at the top of the hour. Um, the most notable one being Louisville and Montana, 1914 Cardinals, middle of the first half there. Kentucky and St. John's, bottom of the hour, about 5 to 7 minutes, maybe 10. Fletcher bangs it out to the 18 or so. It's going to be a first down Miami. They'll move the sticks. St. John's and Kentucky. Game is a pick. Kentucky won. It opened St. John's the favorite. Kentucky's got all the money. Not surprising. I told everybody that would listen to me breathe yesterday that Kentucky should be the favorite in this game. There are several games at the 1 o'clock hour. The only notable one at 2. Ball State, my alma mater, hosts Miami O. Miami O is still undefeated. Game was 10. It's been bet down to 8.5. 147. Lean under, like Ball State. Don't like them as much at 8.5. We'll get through all that. The college football is obviously way more important today. Canes grab a couple of yards on first down. I'm going to go ahead and fire up the stat broadcast box score. See if I can find it. Texas A&M. No stats. Bang. All right. So Malachi Tony was number 10 for Miami. Is probably the most dynamic player in the entire playoffs. For those of you who are unaware or haven't seen Miami play this year, he's a really, really standout playmaker, elite skills when he gets the ball in his hand. Third and 5 now as Miami completes a short pass to Bauman. Sanford makes the play. Nice tackle. Third and 5. Yeah, Texas A&M's defense on third down is it's beyond elite. 22% conversion rates. That's like almost an anomaly. It's almost an impossible stat to continue to uphold. That being said, they played a lot of bad teams. Here comes a blitz. Beck fires. Incomplete. Knocked down. Not a good throw. A little bit of pressure. Miami will punt. This is. I'm having a significant flashback to last night, and that's actually scary for me because I'd like to think that it's a good bet, but I mean, it wasn't even competitive last night. It was 17-17 at halftime. Let's see what happens here on the punt. 94 for Miami's back. This game is on ABC for those of you who are not aware. It's the 10-7 game. Miami's the 10, Texas A&M the 7. Being the 10, Miami was the last at-large team to get in, given that Tulane and James Madison were both going to get in because of credentials to win their conferences. Punt was 40 yards. We'll have a timeout. So, my dad asked me last night, how do you explain the fact that there are two teams from the group of five that got in? And I said, listen, Duke winning their conference was the biggest thing that nobody understands. Duke winning the ACC means that there was no ACC team. That means that the top four conferences were not the Big Ten, the SEC, the Big 12, and the ACC. They were the first three and the AAC, which was Tulane. That's why they got the 11. And then there's an automatic group of five for outside that. So just the way that it worked out this year only, which Notre Dame will be in there next year, but Duke at 7-5 was not going to make it as the ACC representative. They chose to take Miami over Notre Dame as an at-large because the teams were close enough in prospective resumes to compare the head-to-head score, which gave Miami the at-large as the 10 and not Notre Dame. So a lot of people crying about it. It is what it is. The winner of this game will get the 2 seed, which I believe is Ohio State. Yeah. And the other games today, um, Jimmy Madison against Oregon. That's the night game, 7:30 Eastern or so. Like the dog in that one. Price currently is 20 and a half and 21. We took 21 there. Good luck to us. Still available if you look hard enough. Buckeyes still got it. Total 46, give or take. The winner of that one will go and meet. That's the 5 and 12. The winner of that will meet the 4, which is Texas Tech. And that'll be next weekend. Tulane and Ole Miss. My favorite play of the day. Took 17 and a half with Tulane. I think they have a chance to win the game outright. We'll see what happens. 17-57 and a half of the total, 340. That game, both those games are on TNT and HBO Max. And that means I'll have a delay on both of them, and we'll reconvene my setup from here, which you guys have seen the last couple of nights. Thursday, I was in my mom and dad's, my mom's den, where she works. And then last night and today, I'm up here in the living room watching the antenna. With the games not being on antenna later, it's going to be a real easy move to get back down to the basement, my comfort zone. You know, post up down there and get ready for to rock and roll for the night stuff. Live price 340 and a half, 40 and a half, no play. I would have considered going under 41, but I want to watch another drive. So let's see what happens here. The fact that Texas A&M wants to play fast makes it really, really tough to go under anything. Even though I think that both sides have a better defense than they do in offense. The fact that the game was 51 and a half at open and it closed 48, 48 and a half, and it's already down inside of 41 makes it really, really tough to bet. So that's where we stand. I am Rex Spires, your host here in the SweatBox. Thanks for checking me out, YouTube TV, Twitch TV. First down A&M out past midfield into Miami territory. Owens. Action points, no cap. If you miss Tulane plus 17, it's worth it to buy 17 and a half minus 120. No, do not agree with that. It's not. Got a half point's not worth it. 10 cents. 17 to 17 and a half with a total like that's worth no more than 8, maybe 8.5 cents tops. Certainly do not buy. If it falls 17 and you get a push, you just move on with your life. But no, can't advocate buying a half point up to 17 and a half. I would say 17 flat's still bettable, or anything better than that. 17 minus 05's out there if you look hard enough. A&M down now at the 29 of Miami. They started at the 30. There is a flag. 4:39 left in the first. Clock moving, so there is no flag. Oh, it's not a flag. It's a mouthpiece. They got me. They didn't just get me. They got the announcers too. So feel a little better about that. There you go. Action points, no app. There is 17 minus 04, which is absolutely a bet. Got an incomplete pass. Miami's thinking it's a fumble. There's no fumble there. 4:06 to go, third and forever for the A&M offense. What do we got here? Hang on. Fumble. Miami recover. I don't know about that. It's close. I don't think that's the right call at all. Please go to commercial. I want to bet under. Man, this game ain't gonna go over. That's an incomplete pass. 4:06 to go in the first. I think first and 10 Canes. They did consider this a fumble. Turnover margin's a fascinating stat there. This is one of those reasons why Miami I thought might be right, even though I think Texas A&M is a better team. Miami plus 10 in turnovers, A&M minus 8. And at the schedule that A&M play, that minus 8's fucking, it's really trash. I mean, they played a lot of bad teams in that SEC this year. There's a, oh man, off right tackle. Could have been a monster play. A&M had one guy to make a stop, and he did after about an 8-yard gain. It would have been a touchdown. He didn't trip him up. Just a big power play off the right side. They had motion left, but just power, power, power. Everybody manned up, got a hat on a hat. 3:40 to go. Clock continues to move. I'm surprised they didn't even review that turnover. I was hoping to get a chance to do something. Miami is now the live favorite at Chris and Pinnacle 1 point. I don't have a problem with that. I actually just looking at it, it looks like Miami might be a little bit better up front than A&M. I'll get a good chance to keep an eye on it, but that's something that I look for trying to bet second halves are live is who has the line of scrimmage. And more times than not in college, it resumes. In the NFL, it can totally change. In college, not so much. Usually the team that's better up front is going to always be better up front. Ball's at the 45, 2:52 to go. It's a trick play. Tony's pass is incomplete to Lofton. I mean, him throw. What the fuck are they doing? Like, in what world is that right? You have the most electric playmaker in the entire playoffs, and you got him throwing a fucking pass. Look, the quarterback's fucking wide open. Throw it to him. Unfucking believable. All right, 3rd and 7 for Miami at the 45. Their own 45, 2:46 to go in the first quarter. A&M now the favorite again on the live prices. It's flipped. I have no opinion on the side yet. Total dead nut under, I think, but I thought that last day. We got a timeout. Miami calls it. 3rd and 7, 2:46. Let's get an updated live price and let's maybe think about going here. Be ready to rock and roll. I'll let you know when I see a number that I can get to. Okay, Sean. You A&M is 1 at Pinnacle, 1.5 at Chris, 37 and 37.5. Fuck! Motherfucker! Can't go under those numbers. I mean, even 38.5 would have been fine. I need somebody to score. This is fucking terrible. I mean, I sit here all week and bust my nut, try to figure out how to help us get some winners. And then last night I whiffed, which everybody in the world, when it was 17-0, was shitting on Alabama. So I don't feel like I'm too much of an idiot there. That game just changed on a dime, and my under there was no good. But I want it here, but they won't let me bet it. I mean, the algorithms have over adjusted to the moon. I can't go under 37.5. I can't go under 36. I can't do it. It can win. I just that line is not right for what we've seen so far. Sorry for the language. If anybody has kids out there that are sitting here watching the SweatBox for the first time, but yeah, I just I won under, but we all have a number, and that's not the number. 37.5 is not a bettable price. 38 would be the extreme limit. If you have a 38 out there and you can get to it, I would say it's good for a unit. Only one unit small. 38 flat or better. But I can't get 37.5. I just can't get pass. Nothing on the side. I don't know enough yet. I'm not impressed with either side on offense, but that's probably has something to do with the defense. Both teams spent a bunch of money to get their defenses built up and had pretty good defenses all year. I mean, shit, y'all saw what Notre Dame did the whole last 10 weeks, and they couldn't even get a first. I mean, Texas A&M scored 39 points at home. They got beat. Miami couldn't even get a first down against them for 3 quarters. So they couldn't get a first down against Miami for 3 quarters. So yeah, I'm not, I'm not convinced that either offense is going to have a chance to have success. But I'm really pissed at myself for the fact that I missed the opener on the under. My gut told me under was right, and the live line won't let you bet it. Not yet. Third and 6, complete pass, loss of one, punt coming. Now it's going to get even fucking worse. That's the frustration. I mean, I mean, you guys know that I don't sit here and bomb f bombs left and right like that very often. I'm really surprised that they just said nope, you can't bet under. Like they 37 and a half. That's egregious. I mean, the algorithm definitely spits out closer to 39. Fuck me if they couldn't have 38 or 38 and a half. Now it's going to be fucking worse than that. 2:03 to go. The punt is off from the 44. They have Miami has the win at their back. It's a muff punt. Ooh, he got it though. Back at the 12. 44 yards net. That's where A&M will start at their own 12. First and 10, maybe the 13. 154 left. Motherfuckers. I want. I briefly thought maybe there'd be a 37 that I could try for just a peanut. Nope, 36 and a half. Chris, Pinnacle, both two and a half. 36, 36 and a half the total. Can't play it. Hard pass all the way around. I actually lean Miami a little bit, but not enough to bet it. I think they have them up front by just a smidge, but it's early. And I certainly think that Texas A&M's coaching staff has a monster edge when it comes to in-game adjustments at halftime. That's something to keep in mind as well. The Miami talent is good, and the pregame coaching isn't bad, but the Texas A&M coaching staff as a whole, by and large, is far superior. Certainly, once it comes time to making adjustments. Inside of 90 seconds in the first quarter, 4-yard gain on the ground, shotgun. Back is off to the left. He rolls left. Here comes Reed. He scrambles out of the pocket. He's going to run for it, get it. Give him about 9. Miami's done a piss poor job so far of accounting for him, um, based on the fact that he's been doing that most of the year. I think both teams realize that points are going to be a premium here. It's a 5-man rush. He just saw the blitz the spy, and once he was by him, that was it. Moss gets wrapped up and loses about 3 in the backfield. Bain, 4, makes the play for Miami. We're inside of a minute to go in the first quarter. Yeah, assuming this will be another running play, which I can, I guess, this will be the last play of the first quarter. Still no score in College Station. Motion right, shotgun, back is offset to the right, incomplete. 14 seconds left, third and 12. This fucking wins a factor too. I didn't think if the stadium's 100 and something thousand people that the win would be a problem, but I've never been there before. Clearly, it seems like it might be. Here we go. Reed rolls right, dumps it off to the tight end, who stayed in the back and block, and he gets a yard. And that's it. End of the quarter, 4th and 11. A&M will punt it back to Miami. We've played 15 minutes. We've had 3 drives. And when it's all said and done, we're going to have 3 punts. Hang tight for the live price. These motherfuckers. I was wanting 34 and a half. Come on, give me a 34 and a half. Damn it, Pinnacle's 1 on A&M and 34 flat. I don't even have an opinion on the side still. I would lean Miami based on what I've seen. But again, the coaching situation worries me. The A&M adjustments will be so much better. Pick 35 at Chris. All right, that's good enough for me. Under 35, guys. Let's go get it. It's good to 34.5 flat, by the way. Small to medium, 1.5 units. Action points. Thank you for that. Let me talk to a friend and see if he can get to it. 35.5, he says, is out there. Let's see what happens. I'm not in Nevada now. It's an unfortunate break for me. I'm also not Kentucky. Fuck! I'm 7 miles away. Motherfuckers. Uh, my friend Dave Ross, I got to talk to him. He's probably sitting in the sports book banging some beers down. It's his weekend. He works that VSIN shift from 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern time. Come on. No, 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 no. Okay, hang on. Hang on. No more. We got the 35. I don't want any more. I'm scared that they're going to overshoot it. I put 3 orders out. Let's see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the chat. Live under 35 flat. Miami A&M in 1-0 when we put this in. Oh, is it not going to? Is it doing this shit again with the fucking chat? Oh man, fuck off. How could I read your chat the whole time and then when I put something in myself, it makes me go to multi-stream? I'm sure you can read this. Action points. I apologize for making this as confusing as it is. I'm not a tech guy and I can't afford to hire one. Fucking mess. Sorry for that. Sorry for the language too. I'll try to do better. Once there's continues to be no point score for a while, then we'll tone it down with all this bullshit. The punt, I had to punt it again, so it's back to the 34. Miami will start at 34, 14:51 to go. First half, let's see if they try to bang us with another commercial. Surely the fuck not, but maybe. Canes bang it out for about 5 to Tony, it looks like. I mean, that kid's just such a great player, such a great talent. Yeah, he's only 17 or 18 years old. But it reminds me a lot of that when Ohio State had that kid, that Njigba. We we us at Westgate, we had a monster bet on Utah and against Ohio State in the Rose Bowl. Utah got way ahead, and then they almost split the whole thing up. And this Njigba had like 350 yards receiving. It was a fucking joke. Thankfully, Ohio State won and didn't get the money. Beck bangs it downfield, overshoots him, incomplete by about 5 yards over Trader's head. That's one of the reasons why I like the under as well. Beck can't make that throw, especially in this wind. I am really impressed with the people that are involved with the live betting today at Pinnacle and Chris especially. Those are the two I'm looking at and that I have the easiest access to. To be able to adjust and really dig hard into the unders have been impressive on their part. Fumble. Nope. Yep. They got him. He's sacked, but Miami does get it, thankfully. At the 30, at the 17, no, the 23, they'll punt. We got some dancing and shit going on. Let's go ahead and get off the field before you do all that nonsense. Don't get a fucking penalty. Yeah, that was an exotic blitz scheme there by A&M. Oh man, this guy for A&M had it in his hands. Thank God he didn't get it. Punt. It's not a good one. Well, this kid for A&M got smashed like a pancake. Did he catch it? Yeah. Okay. And there's no fumble. There's no flag. How's that? How did that happen? Wow. How did he not fair catch it? What the fuck is he thinking? I can't believe he held on. All right, so A&M takes over at their own 35. I assume we'll have a commercial, but I'm not sure. I mean, I guess not. No. 13-19 to go in the first half. No score. Live price A&M 334. I like under again. I think 34 is a bettable number if you can get to it. Play fake. Reed's taking a shot down the field. He's got his man, and he caught it, and he fumbles it, but out of bounds. But after he went out of bounds at the 10, now the 34 is no good. 37, and A&M's like a 4-point favorite. 69 yards. I don't know, man. I guess he did. He had it, he caught it, and then he fumbled it. But that's a catch. First and 10 at the 12. Here's a power play to the right. He's smashed. No gain. Maybe give him one. 13 minutes to go. Clock continues to move. A&M 4, 36 and a half now on the live, which I think under now is the way to go. They're not going to score a fucking touchdown. The chances to score touchdowns are on big plays and bullshit, pick sixes and special teams. Ain't happening down here when they got to go man on man, hat on hat. Hang tight. Let's get some more of this. Reed rolls left, sprinting, fires, incomplete. 12:24 to go, 3rd and 9 at the 11. 3.5 and 4 the live price. I think I like Miami +4. I'm going to try to get a little sniff of it real quick. +4 flat or better is a good bet. Reed's pass is caught at the 5, and it's 4th and 3 or 4, and they'll have to take a field goal. Slid it in there. That's the thing about watching the game on the antenna and having the fast feed to be able to get a live bet compared to when I'm talking to you guys later on with the two games on TNT and Max. I'll have no chance to do that. The spots from the left hash, it's blocked. No good. And Miami takes over at their own 7. They ain't got through there. Oh, that's right. A&M special teams are a fucking mess. Holy Gibraltars! This is a huge swing of events. The kick was low, but it still has to be. I mean, goddamn, it's a chip shot. Fucking put the thing up in the air for fuck's sakes. All right, that worked out great. 11:32 to go in the first. No score. You guys can see the bets. I've got +4 flat for small and under 35. What a great turn of events. Hang on to 1 second. Let me see what my buddy's got to say here. That was my friend Billy Troutman, who's coming to get me tomorrow. I've made an executive decision to not stream tomorrow with all the NFL stuff going on. The Colts don't play till Monday night against the Niners. That's my dad's team. We'll watch that somewhere, and I'll certainly be doing something with that. Cox has 6 horses in tomorrow at Turfway Park. There was a weather cancellation due to frigid conditions last weekend. There are a lot of stakes races tomorrow. I think he has a chance to scoop up a bunch of pots and take a bunch of pictures. He said, "You want to get your picture taken?" I was like, not a bad idea. But more importantly, I think talking to Brad, I mean, yeah, I consider him a friend. Maybe there's something that we can work on synopsis wise. I don't know. Does he need a PR person? Does he need a person to write his any releases? Anybody talk about any of his Godolphin horses? I mean, who knows? Probably not, but he's gonna have more money than God, and I don't have a job, so I figure it's better for me to go up there than it is for me to stay here and talk about football with you guys for one day. So that's the plan for tomorrow. We'll see how it works itself out in the end. Jackie and FL. Hi Rex. The wind in this game is bad. Thank you for checking in, Jackie. I like I say, I mean, I'm hearing the announcers talking. I don't see anything that makes it seem like it's impossible. Certainly, the A&M going to from it's a big game for Miami on first down up the middle for about 17. That's the running back out to the 30. Fletcher, 3 for 34 for him so far. They have to give him some more dosage. Yeah, Jackie. My thought process, like I say, A&M completed a pass. The wind going from as we watch the TV from right to left seems to be advantageous. And I mean, I don't know. Like I said, they completed a long pass into it. Miami's been doing a lot of short stuff for both the better part of both quarters. Which listen, that's Miami's coaches. Isn't I mean, they're not as retarded as we might think they might be. These guys aren't idiots. I don't think that he's as good as the A&M guy, but I also don't think he's just a 70 IQ clown either. They certainly knew going into this that they could run into the crowd, they could run into the weather, and the key was to not make mistakes. And Miami's done a good job of that so far. They're not any part of a team that feels like they deserve to win or want to win, as Ed Salmons would say. But Fletcher again for about 3 on first down or second down, be 3rd and 8. Clock continues to move. It'll go inside of 10 minutes in the first half. They down on the field. I'm watching the McAfee broadcast. Thank you, Jackie. That's awesome. You know what? If I knew I could get a better feed or a faster feed, I would do that. I personally, I would pay my left nut to never have announcers ever and only have the stadium sounds and the fans and have the fastest feed possible. Which I've seen it before. It's happened. I've had it in soccer. I've had it when I was in Costa Rica a couple times. I had it. It was awesome. And I'm not saying like every announcer sucks. I'm just saying that I'd rather be able to hear the stadium ambiance than anything else and have a fast feed than a delay with announcers. I mean, who wants that? Beck is walking away from the field at 9:28. Going to be a delay game. Not even they didn't call timeout. Delay a game, no flag or no timeout. Thank you for checking me out, Jackie. I appreciate you. Enjoy the Pat McAfee broadcast, by the way. I'm like I say, I'm sure it's better than what you got on ABC. Just not as fast. 3rd and 13 after the penalty at the 27. Looks like the corner's going to blitz. Here he comes. They picked it up. Plenty of time. Time runs out. Dumps it off to the tight end. Caught. Gain of about 4. Let's fucking go. It's perfect. No score for as long as it wants to say no score with Miami +4 and under 35 in the bag. I actually think under's another good bet if we can get a 31 again. Book needs Miami, according to my friend Ed. Hang on a second. I'm going to give him a voice and I'll let you hear it. It's a weird game, man. I feel like A&M's talent is better, but not by a lot. And Miami's coaching is pregame was good, and I feel like A&M's fuck this up. Let me try this again. I feel like Miami's talent's better than A&M's, but I feel like A&M's coaching adjustments at halftime will be the difference in if it stays close like this. That makes sense. I feel like Miami had a good pregame plan, but I feel like that their coaching at halftime, their adjustments will get exposed. But again, that's easy for me to say. I mean, A&M came back from 31-3 down against South Carolina at this point in the game, but that's South Carolina. This is Miami. It's two different beasts. All right. Okay. So I sent 31-second text message to Ed. You guys heard after the first 15 seconds. My name is Rex Byers, here with you on the Sweat Box. We're in the Sweat Box. We are in it. We are fucking in it. Let's go. Top of the hour, 105 Eastern, 10:05 on the West Coast. I am at my mom and dad's house in Indiana. If you wonder why the background is a little bit different than what it's been for most of these streams, thank you for checking me out. I appreciate your time and input and thoughts. Please feel free to chat me anything. Jackie and FL came with a couple of good stuff. At McAfee broadcast, I didn't even know that they were doing this game, so that's awesome. Um, let's look at the live prices. Yeah, I was hoping for 31. I would have went under again. 2.5, 2.5 dog money A&M total. 29 and a half flat. 20 and a half under money. No thought. Lean under again. I just can't do it. I mean, maybe I should. Where do they have it at? Bad. Sorry about this. What we got? Hang on. I think they have it at like the 45. That's to me, it's not going to be good enough. Yeah, it's too close to midfield. I'm going to pass on the total this time. I'm going to pass on the side again. The Miami +4 bet was made more once A&M got the ball down inside the red zone. I mean they had to score a touchdown that pass. They weren't going to get it on the ground. They're not going to. You're not just going to line up and blast Miami off The line. I mean, you're not going to beat them. They have better talent than A&M does up front. Blocked field goal, lost fumble, and a muff punt. This reminds me way too much of what happened yesterday. It's scary, actually, where one team completely dominates the half. The yardage is a joke. And then once the other team gets into it and gets back in it, then it becomes a one-way truck job. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I don't think that A&M's coaches are going to allow it to happen. Oh, they're 28. I should have fucking went 146 to 49. Not quite as bad as 180 to 10 or whatever it was. My dad started laughing last night. -3 rush yards. Owens gets it on first down, gets a yard only. I am going to go. I'm going to go under again. Live under. Anything better than 28 and a half. 28 and a half or better under. I actually have a bigger bet on this one, I think, than what I want. Hang on. I sent out 2 orders and I heard them both got back to me. Yeah, this game being on the antenna gives me a monster edge on this stuff. Well, as long as we can get to the stuff. So we'll go from 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 7. Okay. 2 units, medium, under 29 and a half, -112 was the official numbers to look at. Oh, missed tackle, but he got him this time. 3rd and 7, they're going to get about 5. At the 40, got some words and some close threatens. Rona, the refs threatened to throw a flag, but he didn't. They're going to have to punt it, which is just fine by me. Tony, big return. Big return. Oh, he tripped him up at the fucking 25. Thank God. I thought he was fucking gone. That's a, I mean, I cannot begin to explain to you how great of a play that is by 3. He touched his foot, and the guy hit his foot off his other foot. That is. I cannot begin to explain how incredible that guy's a total game changer. He's like 17 years old. He's a total stud. Trips right, run to the left, give him 1. I just told Ed, I said they ain't fucking guaranteed to score a point here. They have it in field goal range if they're going against the wind, and their offense I don't think can do anything against this defense. Pretty simple for me. Like I say, Miami has better talent, better players, and A&M has the huge coaching edge at halftime. Tony again gets it on a little jet sweep. Give him only a yard. Be third and about 8 at the 24, 23. Clock goes inside of 5 minutes. Under is still good at a lot of places. You can still get a good price. Pinnacle has 29 or 13. In what world can that be right? Chris has 27.5 under money, which I agree with. Third and 8. Canes have one timeout left. A&M all three. 4:20 to go. First half clock continues to move. Play clock down to 5. Ball's on the left hash. Shotgun. Trips right for Miami. Back is offset to the left. Beck is swarmed in the backfield and swallowed up. They got his ass. Let's go. Back to the 30. Yes, I do have Miami +4. Don't give one fuck. Under. We need under. We overshot the under on this game. I didn't want two bets under 28. Oh, well. Here we go. Here we go. At the 30, field goal range, they are going to try to kick it. It's going to be a 47-yarder into the wind. No, no shot. He banged it, and then the wind got it. Blew it way to the right. No good. 3:30 left in the first half. No score from College Station. New prices. A&M, 2.5 minus a ton, 24.5 under a ton. 3 dog money, 24.5 flat. 3:30 to go before the half. That gives me a good time to I'm going to check the scoreboard in the college hoops, see what Kentucky's doing against St. John's. 21-16 Johnny's. 6:09 left in the first half in that one. And I'm going to also take a quick break before we get to the half and the 2-minute warning. Nothing to do in this one. Under again. I mean, it's until somebody scores a touchdown. And I said that last night. My fucking dad and his friend wouldn't stop talking, and then they started scoring touchdowns like they were going out of style. And these motherfuckers kept drinking. I was like, God damn, you guys are getting hammered. I'm sitting here getting buried. Yeah. No, I like I said, this is you have to just throw out any correlation. I'm sitting in the same seat. I'm watching the same TV. It's the same channel. All that stuff has to go away. It's not the same game. These teams can't score 24.5 points. They're not choosing to. This game is not playing out that way. It's not going to. Even though I thought last night's wouldn't either when I was under 44, and it never had a shot into the second half. Game closed 3 and 48, 48 and a half after opening 51 and a half. It's now been cut in half to 24 and a half. 2.5. There is a 3 flat out there at the South Point, which only books that way. Don't have juice on anything. It's always minus 110 or minus 115, whatever their juice scale is. It's always flat. Other places in the United States, MGM, Fanatics, 2.5 minus a quarter, minus 35, minus 20. Totals 26.5 under 36 at FanDuel, 25.5 flat at MGM, 24.5 flat at Fanatics, 27.5 under 50 at the score. That's a pretty good bet. Those half points are worth way more than what you would think, given the fact that overtime's in play for this shit. And the fact that they go once they get to the third overtime, they can only score 2-point conversions. I would think about going. There's 27.5 under 40. That's actually a good bet. If you can get to the score, 27.5 under 40 is a really good bet. Really good bet. Lay the 40 and take the 3 points that they're giving you compared to the rest of the market that's using 24.5. Mostly 3 dog money, 2.5 minus a ton. Ed, if Miami will not throw on first down, they will not score. Can't agree with him more. He's right. They got to be more aggressive with their play calling. Good by me that they're not. Montana State total. Where the fuck is my 1AA shit? Action point. Hang on 1 second. All these pins and all the other bullshit. I was talking to you guys about talking about the 1AA playoffs, and then I never fucking. I think I left the paper downstairs. God damn. Bad job by me. You know what? I'm so fucking mad at myself. I'm gonna go get it. Yeah, the weather up there is supposed to be pretty nice this weekend. I was talking to my buddy that lives in Big Sky, and he was telling me it's going to be okay. So yeah, I thought over is probably right. I mean, both those offenses have been humming in the playoffs. It makes sense. I would rather have over. Thanks for checking me out. Rex Byers here with you on the SweatBox. We are into our second hour of coverage today. Marcel Reed takes off, has a first down gain of about 11. 3:23 to go in the first half. No score in College Station between the Miami Hurricanes and the A&M Aggies in the 10-7 playoff game. The winner gets Ohio State. That game will be played at Jerry World, the Cotton Bowl. I believe it's on New Year's Day as well. Draw play, gain of about 2. All right. You don't need me to sit here and commentate. It's good to help, but we're good for the time being. For just for me to go down, it's more important. I want to have all my lines and all my stuff to talk about in case anybody has questions about anything else that's going on today. It's a big, big card all across the board in sports. I don't want to be handicapped just to this thing. The first college 1AA game, Montana State, the 3-2 game goes at 4. They play in Bozeman. Montana State the 2, 6.5, 57.5. Current price. Circus has 54 on the screen. That can't be right. So yeah, good call. Action, no points. Definitely big steam to the over. Makes sense to me. Like I said, that's the only side I'd have. 2:19 left. Third down for A&M. And again, clock moving. I'm going to leave the mic on, but I'm going to put the B right back up. It will be 45, 50-second stops. 2-minute warning. Let's do this first. Hang on. 2-minute warning. Third and 4. Third and 4 at the A&M 46. Let's mute these guys. Yardage is 175 to 45, passing 113 to 9, rushing 62 to 36. Penalties: A&M 2 for 10, Miami 1 for 5. First downs 8 to 3. Third downs Miami 0 for 5, A&M 3 for 7. Yeah, I mean A&M's dominating the game. They haven't found a way to score, and the kicking situation clearly seems to be a problem. Let's see what the new live price is. Hang tight. I don't want to be greedy and go for more, but I kind of do. God damn it! I wanted 24.5. Fucking have it. I was going to take one more last fucking swing at 24.5, and it's not there. I can't go under. There's 24 under 14, 24 under, 23.5 flat, 23.5 over. I can't do it because if A&M scores here, that makes it less than 21. And I mean, who the fuck knows? It's college football. Shit could. I mean, you saw what happened last night. Fuck. 2.5 minus money for A&M. I lean that way. I can't lay a big number, and I can't lay 3, so it's just a hard pass. Ed's right though. If Miami doesn't get more aggressive on first down, they're never going to have a chance to score. 2-minute warning. A&M laying 2.5 minus 20 minus 30. Total 23.5 flat, 24 under 15, 24 under a little bit more. 24 flat's actually bettable if you can find it. I can't get to it, I don't think. 24.5 would have to be. Oh, wait a minute. MGM, hang on. Hang on. We got something here. I can go under 18. If you can get it up to 125, it's still good. I'm gonna allow that. Minus 125 is still good. All right, we're good. 3rd and 4, incomplete. Canes get a stop. 156 left, and there's going to be a punt. I'm going to be returning very shortly. Uh, get my ass off this super hard chair and take care of. God, what was he doing? It wasn't even a ball slipped out of his hands. Fucking joke. All right, they're gonna punt it away. Let's. The wind blew it. Fucking, what a catastrophe! You're playing a playoff football game in front of 103,000 fans, and the wind's blowing so hard that nobody has a shot to do anything with the field goal. You can't even put the ball down without it moving. They faked it. Incomplete. What the fuck are they fucking doing? Unfucking believable. Fake. Why would you fucking do it at this point in the game? No, no. It's so there's wind. That's good defense. That's bad. That's not necessarily good offense. It gives Miami field position. They can't move the ball. They're not willing to throw it on 1st down ever, like Ed said. He's right. Oh, fuck me. At the 46, they take over. 151 left in the 1st half. Gun. Back offset to the right. Draw. Fletcher gets it, bangs it through for about 4. They have one timeout, A&M, all 3. Clock continues to run. I can't fucking believe that. You've got to be fucking shitting me. Of course, I say that when I have Miami +4 in pocket, but all these under bets are making that mean far more important. I wanted this thing to go in 0-0. It still might. Maybe that works out better for me. Who the fuck knows? At the 43, Miami has motion left here. Tony, the give us to the back. You know, gives it to him. He gets stopped and loses 2. And this is like the levels of Pat Buchanan conservativeness. 40 seconds left. The clock continues to move. 3rd and 8. I mean, this couldn't be better. A&M's got 5 up front. They're showing blitz. Now there's going to be a timeout. 2 on the play clock. 32 left. A&M calls the timeout. 3rd and 8. Beck will go back to the huddle or back to the sideline and try to figure something out. In the meantime, I couldn't ask for anything more after that fake punt. Thought that I was doomed. It looked like Miami was going to for sure get something. It's been a weird half. You had a monster return by Tony that almost got to a touchdown. You had a fumble loss by A&M. You had a monster completion by A&M that almost resulted in a touchdown. And in the end, it's a big fucking wash. No score. Nothing. We haven't seen a thing. The live prices are all over the map. I'm not going to look at the bullshit books. Let's go back offshore where it matters. Pick 'em flat. Miami won 23 and 22 and a half. At this point, there's no edge. Now I'm out. They finally 24 and a half was the last number that I could get to for now. Now, again, the important thing about betting live is it needs to be understood. When you have no opinion pregame, it makes it a lot easier to have an unbiased opinion, which I've said before. But every bet is independent of every other bet. You have to forget about what other positions you have if you have a bankroll that can support multiple positions, even if you Polish mill yourself. Here comes the blitz. They didn't get there. Tries to throw it. It's caught. Daniels catches it at the 25, at the 30. 1st down, Miami. Clock will move now. Canes have one timeout left. Clock moving inside of 20 seconds left at the 30. 1st down, shotgun, back off to the right, 2 to each side. He looks left, he fires left. It's caught. Gain of about 7. Lofton to the 23. 10 seconds left. Miami has one timeout. They can probably still do something. Damn it! Now I have to go to the bathroom and I have to do three other errands. Or I was sitting to go try to come back before the half, and now that he may have not gotten that foot down. They're going to look at it. Okay, now's the time. Now is the time. Now is the best time. Do, 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 do. I will be back in. It's 10 seconds left in the half. They may reset the clock if it's not a complete pass. I'll be back in 2 minutes, maybe 90 seconds. I got to find that one double A numbers. I feel like I'm being deficient. I worked my ass off all year to come up with numbers for these playoff games. And I went back and forth with Motoy about this Montana State, who he was. Oh no, it was he had Cal Davis last week, and they got beat out right on the field by Illinois State. I understand the thought process; it's tough. Illinois State 4 straight weeks of going from Southeast Louisiana to Fargo, North Dakota, to Davis, California, and now to Philadelphia to play Villanova. But I think they're a better team than Villanova. We'll see what happens. The catch is a catch. 2nd and 2, and they spotted the 22. 11 seconds left. Gun, trips left, back offset to the right. Here comes a blitz. 1-on-1, nowhere near the receiver. 7 seconds left. They have time to do the same thing if they want, which is what I would do if I were them. Run the exact same play. Some sort of trips right or trips left and fade, or try to find some single coverage and just take your shot. And if it doesn't work, you still got a timeout and you still got a chance to kick a field goal. I think the Cal will make this one this time, to be honest. He'll have to account for the win. He's already missed one into it. He knows what he's doing. 5 on the play clock. Gun. Snap. Fire. Incomplete. 3rd and 2. 3 seconds left. 4th and 2. Going to be about a 40-yard field goal. 39 maybe. Left hash. He missed his first one from 47. This one's from 40. I'm going to say he'll make this. I think he'll make it. Swirling winds, 14 miles an hour, gusts 30. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it'll blow the other way this time. Nope, no shot. Way right. Me hitting a golf ball for the first time in 8 months. Halftime, no score. Can't ask for much more when you have +4 and under a lot of good numbers. I still think Miami has better players. I think the Texas A&M's coaches are better. I think their adjustments will be better. I think they'll win the game. Said nothing. No, they're not. These interviews are impossible. Sometimes they ask a good question, and every once in a while you get a good answer. Most of the time, it's just a waste. First scoreless first half. Yeah, the wind is a factor. There's no problem. There's no doubting that. 21.5 is going to be the halftime total. I agree with that. I like A&M to win the game. Let's see if we can get an A&M somewhat cheap price. Miami did win the toss and defer. They get the ball first. That should give us a discount on the price. But I think A&M's coaching situation is better, and they'll find a way at home to win the game. I don't love them. It's going to be a small play. I'd like to lay one, no more than one. Paradise Wager opens 1.5, 21.5 under. Pinnacle has minus 23. Chris is 2.5. Fuck off with this fucking 2.5. Fuck me. No! These fuckers. This is frustrating, man. These are good. These are good bookmakers and good line guys doing a good fucking job today. Nobody's stealing anything out here. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. I can watch the Cats against St. Juan's. Got the antenna. Let's pull up the CBS feed here. Watch UK and St. John's for a bit. St. John's by 6 in Catlanta. Oh, Bill Raftery on the call. This is tremendous. You know what? I honestly think if you could give me a list of about 7 announcers of all time that I could go out and have a beer with, Bill Raftery would be on that. Would be at that table. That son of a bitch has so many stories. I've heard so many things about people talking about his exploits, having some some pops after games and stuff. His 23 has no chance at the free. Moon. There is a 2 at Bet Online. Everybody else has got 2.5 for the most part, or the Pinnacle line pick 23, which is par for the course. The money line price is that. These numbers, obviously, with a low scoring game like this, are all live. All of them. I would rather have A&M money line. I have one of my outs. I have a buddy who has some money at Bet Anything that has a 1.5. God, I wish I had Bet Rivers 1.5 plus +05. Are you shitting me? If that's the right line, no, that can't be the line because that's not close. That's probably the live price. 21 under, 21 flat. It just keeps getting bet under. Which I mean, again, I have no problem with that. It's right. I couldn't bet it now. All the prices that I got are fine. But 21.5 is the number, or 21.5 under. It's getting bet down to 21. This Kentucky, they fucking stink. 10 seconds left. St. John's up over Kentucky 32-25 on CBS. Oh, wait. Shoots a three, misses it. Clock runs out. St. John's by 7 at the break. Uh, Thanks for checking me out. 1:38 Eastern Time, 10:38 on the West Coast. My name is Rex Spires. You are watching the SweatBox with me on YouTube TV and Twitch TV. I appreciate you spending some time listening to me babble on about what's going on in the world of sports. Sometimes it's college basketball. Most of the day so far, it's been college football, and it will continue to be so. Later on, I'm going to retire down to the basement and probably stop the feed and restart it for the Tulane Ole Miss game. Tulane is a decent sized bet over here. We took 17 and better at good juice, and 17 and a half, I believe, for a decent sized bet. I think that they have a chance to win the game outright. We also have some James Madison plus 21 against Oregon. I don't think that they'll win it outright just yet. Let me watch a couple of drives. Let me see if they can match up with them physically up front. If so, we'll have a conversation after the first drive or two. If not, maybe not. But I'm sick of hearing all these people talk about these teams don't fucking belong. They belong. They belong. Trust me, they belong. I watched last night. Those two teams, neither one of them fucking teams belong. You'll find that out next week when Indiana beats the shit out of Alabama. Those teams didn't belong. But these teams that are playing today, you'll see. They belong. 1.5 minus 18 at Amapola, 1.5 minus 20 at Bet Online, 2.5 flat, 2 minus '05 at Bet War. That is actually a playable number. I'm going to try to get to that. 2 minus '05 on A&M. I have Miami plus 4 flat already. Let's see if we can squeeze one in here. I have a buddy that has a War account. Waiting for a response here. Let's see. I'm gonna check and see if you guys have any questions in the chat or if have any thoughts or have done anything with anything yourself. I don't see anything in the Streamlabs. Let's try let's try the YouTube. Can I get to it? I'll be able to get to it. Yeah, I don't see anything in there. If anybody's chatting me on YouTube, I apologize for not getting back. I can't see it. I can't log in. My password was all fucked up earlier. I was trying to do my data solid and get something logged into the Magic Box on the Google Play Store on their TV in the basement, and it made me change my Google password. And now it won't let me log into my YouTube account because Google and YouTube are in bed together. So it's a kind of a messed up deal, but it is what it is. 21 flat is the best price on the total if you want to go under at the Superbook in Las Vegas. 21 and a half under a ton offshore, but the juice is so much it's not worth the squeeze. Hard passes everywhere there. Actually, DraftKings has 20 and a half over 30. That half point's not worth what you think it is. The chances of there being 3 touchdowns in the second half after what I've watched so far are extremely minimal. And 3 extra points made, also extremely minimal. I would say actually there's a better chance of having 3 touchdowns than there are 3 extra points made out of three. There might not even be 3 extra points taken. Might go for two. Heritage has 21 under, but everybody's 2.5, and that's shit. ISI has three. 105 has 2.5. Bet US 2.5. Oh, I got my 2 minus '05. Thank you, Bet War. Oh, they went to the high side. Oh, that's the guy. One of my buddies, the guy that I sent that to. He's got he can he doesn't he might have fired it a lot for dunked a lot more in for himself. I won't say my unit size, but yeah, his bet was significantly larger than mine. If he went for his own, he made the whole market move. Action points, no cap. With the win and miss kicks, any chance they go for 23 on the next TD? Go for two. Yes, that's why 21 is not a live number in the second half. Can Michigan undefeated? Gas Panic 24. Michigan's college basketball team, and I'm not. This is no hyperbole. I've rated college basketball teams for 20 years, and I have my own opinions about teams for going back to Well, I think '96 Kentucky's the best team of all time. I am seriously considering having to make an alteration to that. I'm really looking forward to see what Michigan does when they get in their conference and how they play. Kentucky lost 2 games the whole year that year. One of them was to UMass in the non-conference. The other was Mississippi State in the SEC championship game. And I think that allowed them to refocus and set their season up for success in the tournament where they beat Syracuse in the final, Mississippi State in the Final Four. UMass in the Final Four. Um, yeah, so they beat every team that beat them that year, and they won the championship in '96. They were the best team that I've ever seen. This Michigan team, what they've done so far, I have them power rated to the moon. I have them power rated higher than every team that I've ever made numbers for in the last 20 years. So yeah, long story short, gas panic 24. Can they go undefeated? Probably not. Can they win the national championship? Yes, they are the best team, and if they stay healthy, they will certainly compete for a championship. And they have a great coach. That guy's top notch. The Vandy coach, the Iowa coach, the Michigan coach, those guys are elite coaches. St. John's coach is very good as well. Jason Hawkins, 3868. What's in cup? I have iced tea, my friend. Thank you for checking in. Halftime price again. A&M is 2.5 flat. Most places there is some 2.5 minus money out there. Total 21 flat, 21 under money. The plays so far: Miami and Florida, +4. I didn't put the A&M bet that we got at War at -2, -105. That would be a bettable number as well. I can have him put in the chat. A&M -2, -105. Actually, for two. Ace, there we go. All right. So, uh, welcome into the SweatBox 145 in the afternoon, Eastern time, here where I am in the Eastern time zone at my mom and dad's house, Southern Indiana. Thanks for checking in. I am Rex Byers, your host, YouTube TV, Twitch TV. 10:45 in the morning on the West Coast. Miami of Florida, Texas A&M. Halftime of the early game, 297, 298 in the rotation. No score. The Hurricanes won the toss and deferred. They will get the ball first in the second half. Although I'm not so sure I wouldn't even consider taking the win if I were them. Yeah, I would not lay 2.5. I had a friend chat me a minute ago too. I would not lay 2.5. Anything that when the score is this low, every half point matters, and the total this being this low, all that matters as well. You guys can see in the chat the plays that we have in so far. We have under 24.5 -118 is the average for 1.3. Under 28.5 flat for 2 units. And Miami +4 small for one. -110 on the Miami +4 bet. Put people that are just checking in. Coaching. Miami, better talent. A&M, better coaches for halftime adjustments and home field crowd. A&M by 3. Scoops pot. Speaking of which, Jason Hawkins, 3868, might be involved in this game tonight. There's heard some rumblings of a pretty significant poker outing or card game tonight with some friends of mine that are. I can't talk about that. These people have jobs and lives and wives and kids and yeah. Anyways, there are some people playing some poker. I cannot confirm nor deny. I have not talked to Jason Hawkins 3868 about this, but I have talked to a couple of other friends of mine that have confirmed that there is a card game tonight that I will not be a part of. I will be sweating and watching playoff games and trying to educate us all and make us some money. That's the whole goal here, baby. We're here to inform, entertain, and educate here on the SweatBox. Gonna sweat this thing out, make us some cash. We got a halftime price in the basketball game as well. CBS. This is they have a doubleheader today down in Atlanta. The second game, I believe, is North Carolina against. I'm drawing a blank. I'll find it in a second. North Carolina is playing against Ohio State. They're laying 3.5 and 158 the total in that game. I have absolutely no opinion. Made the game 3 and 158, so no clue. Kentucky got bet to the favorite at the end against St. John's. 32-25 Redmen at the half. Kentucky laying 2 at halftime. I would lean that way. Total 79.5, 80. I have no clue. I mean, I thought this was the day that Kentucky might start making some shots. It clearly hasn't happened yet. I think that Pitino probably has something to do with that. Who knows? All right. One of my friends in Costa Rica has Miami for his lungs. Says he doesn't see anything, but he needs them for his. I don't know whether this guy also bets and he books as well. So I'm not sure if he needs Miami for the mother load, meaning that he bet that, or whether he's booking it. And they all bet him A&M. It's tough to know. Most people, it looks like, and I talked to Ed at the Westgate, and he said that they need Miami for their lungs as well. So it looks like, I'm guessing that's probably just booking. Most people bet on Miami. I'm sorry, most people bet on A&M pregame, so the books need Miami to win it outright. That would be my guess. The fact that you've got the game last night, way that it went with Alabama and over, you probably had some people that played that and parlayed it and have some carryover stuff. And the late stuff with those two monster favorites, it's money line parlays that they'll try to knock out. People probably have money line parlays with Oregon, Ole Miss, and A&M. So if A&M wins it, the results might not show up on the sports book. Like when they grade the game, they might look at the number and say, okay, we're up like 50,000. Well, yeah, you are for now, but you don't, never mind the pendings that go into Oregon and Ole Miss money line parlays. That's a recent fad. That's a recent phenomenon. I don't remember people betting money line parlays and being willing to lay numbers and not even think twice about it with those big favorites. Instead of just laying the points, they just say, fuck it, we're going to lay $8 or we'll lay $10 or we'll lay 1,200. I mean, it's totally garbanzos, but it's only you can't lose if it doesn't lose. If it does, I mean, that's Roger Heritage used to have a good quote. What was he said? Bridge jumpers, something about bridge jumpers. I fucking forgot it. It's funny as shit. He's right. I mean, like, all you gotta do is pick the winner. Like, it's not that hard. Just find the winner. It sounds easy. It is easy until it's not. Until you fucking miss one. 19 money line parlays sound great, and then you go 8-1 and you lose your bet. It's a mentally challenging exercise for sure. No score. Second half gonna kick off shortly. I got the wrong channel on this. I got this stupid thing on the fucking CBS still. My own fault. 2.5 minus money on A&M. The total 21 under money. Again, I think A&M will win the game. I think it'll be tough for them to cover 4. Hits 3, we get the diddle in the middle with the second half A&M bet -2, -05, and the +4 flat with the in-game small play on Miami of Florida. Obviously, if it comes down to it, I would rather A&M cover than Miami if it came down to not falling 4 or more. And over would be a catastrophic turn of events given what's happened so far. Have decent under positions going in. We'll go from there. Martinelli for Northwestern, game 649 and 650, is not going to play today against Butler. That game is at Indianapolis, but not at Hinkle. They're playing at the Patriots Arena, the Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Line now 3 for Butler, 155 the total. Lots of great college basketball games today. Like I said, the first one that's going on that's of any note, Kentucky Trail St. John's at halftime, 32-25. Undefeated Miami O laying 7.5 at Ball State and Muncie. Game total is 148.5, give or take. And that one goes at the top of the hour in about 7 or 8 minutes. Nothing of note after that until the UNC and Ohio State game in Atlanta as well. After the UK St. John's game goes final, Carolina laying 3.5, 158, give or take. And everything else of importance is later on. That Northwestern Butler game again is at 4. Can't remember what channel it's on. I want to say FS1, maybe Big Fox. Arkansas plays Houston at 5:30 in Newark. That's the Prudential Center. Cougars laying 5.5. I actually like Calipari and his Hogs. If you can get 6, is what the number is ideal to be able to take there. 145.5 the total. Auburn and Purdue also at Gainbridge Fieldhouse after the Butler Northwestern game. Purdue laying 7.5, 153, give or take. I do like Auburn in this spot at that price. I believe Purdue will win. They will not cover a number like that. The game did open 8.5. It's been bet down. All the other basketball later on. Texas Tech is playing at the Madison Square Garden against Duke. Duke laying 8.5, 9-ish. Lean Texas Tech, don't love them. There's a couple of Big East Conference games later on tonight as well. And then the last game of importance, San Diego State plays against Arizona in Phoenix tonight. The Wildcats, number 1 or number 2 in the country, whatever. Them and Michigan are way ahead of everybody else. 13.5, 14-point favorites. Lean San Diego State at that number, 152. Ball's on the tee for the second half kickoff, and the ball's off the tee for the second half kickoff because of the wind. A&M will have that wind in the third quarter. It says swirling. I'm convinced the wind's blowing from right to left. If they want to kick the ball into the end zone, he can probably kick it into the 12th row. It should have the net up. They actually did hold the ball. Bangs it into the end zone, and he doesn't bring it out. All right, here we go. Second half underway. I may take a brief hiatus. Was going to go to the bathroom and was going to grab some ice for my tea. I don't have enough tea. I actually need some sweetener for it. My dad didn't do me very good with the tea. It made it it's almost closer to unsweet tea than it was sweet tea. Could use some sugar or maybe some Splenda. Kick it up a notch. Another notch. Stick around, as Emerald would say. Yardage 175 to 69 in favor of A&M. First downs 8-4 in favor of A&M. 8-5 now. First plays a first down for Miami. Gain of 16. Complete to Daniels. That's his third catch. He has 31 yards. Tony has the most catches. Amazingly, he actually has -1 yard. Can you imagine having him in fantasy? There's a missed tackle. And Marion's catches another first down, gain of about 20. So Miami has gained more yards. On the first 2 plays of the half, they've doubled their yardage output. Well, Well, you know how that goes, as you say. That ain't no fucking good. A&M to cover is better than Miami +4, and under is better than everything. No, none of this. Stop with these big plays. A&M shows a blitz. Here they come to end around. They sniffed it out. Get loss of about 4. Cersei was in on an 18 for A&M. Ed, he is. You guys can't even begin to fathom how smart Ed Salmons is. My time at the Westgate, I don't even care if I made a penny there ever. This is a great play call. They did that earlier in the first half once, and it worked as well. Just a quick slant to the one. There's four wideouts to one side, and one by himself, isolated in man coverage, and he got a gain of about 11. Just a quick slant. I mean, it's Marion by himself. I mean, it's a great call. Okay, so get back to the story. Ed Salmons is from Philadelphia. Obviously, John Murray, my old boss, and Jay Cornegay, my old boss, used to make a bunch of jokes about how he would always favor the Philly teams, and we always would need the Eagles and whatever because Ed made sure we needed that. Oh no, Hole Fletcher down inside the 10, first down Miami and goal probably 12 and a half to go in the third. Okay, so Ed he uh he said it early. He said flat out Miami has no chance to score if they don't throw on first down. And then I said, yeah, this is Pat Buchanan conservative level. And he said, makes no sense. And then he just shouted me on the first drive of the half, hey, look, first down pass works. Amazing. And I was just kind of like, yeah. Unfortunately for me, it does work. Where's the fuck has that been the whole game? Here I am talking about how A&M's got better coaches, and Miami comes out of the half looking like fucking world beaters. 12:05 to go in the third quarter. There's a timeout by A&M. So the Canes will have first and goal after the commercial. Live price coming shortly. I'll just go ahead and show you guys what I sent to him. That way, there's no there's no confusion. Hey, look, first down pass works is what he said to me. And then my thoughts to him were, then a jet sweep with motion, good work. What is this? Miami looks like world beaters. I thought A&M corrected half based on perceived coaching adjustments. I do think that the perceived coaching adjustments is correct. Adrian Pime, 6036 Texas money line. Texas money line? What sport are you in? Who is your favorite to win the college football playoff? Ken Kniff, 4739. I like Indiana to win the whole thing. I think their draw is very fortuitous to begin with. I watched Indiana, Oklahoma last night, was unimpressed with either side. I'm sorry, Alabama, Oklahoma last night. I think Indiana handles Alabama pretty comfortably in Pasadena. They'll have a good draw in the next bowl game after that against probably Texas Tech. That's a game that they should win. They'll be favored, and they have to hope that Georgia and Ohio State, who likely will play in the other semi, will beat the shit out of each other. Talent wise, Ohio State's the best team. Uh, Georgia would not surprise me. Indiana would be my pick. What's your play in Philadelphia? Adrian Pime 6036. Um, Redskins. I'm not gonna say I'm anti Philly, but Listening to Sal Powell enough, and he has a good beat on the Eagles. Obviously, he's on Mitch and Paul with VSiN every Wednesday, and I can't begin to tell you how good he is about articulating his opinions about Philadelphia. Usually, he's pro Eagles. When he's against the Eagles, that's when you listen, and he's had some spots where he's been, I don't say anti-Eagles, but certainly thinks that the Redskins can get him. And I'm in the same spot. I would only have the Redskins in this game. 7 or better is worth a bet. I have no opinion whatsoever in the other game. Green Bay Chicago game's a dart throw. I'm extremely anti-Bears, but the problem is the coach is great, and that can overcome a lot of things, even a bad quarterback. Direct snap on first and goal to Tony. Give him 3 out of the single wing. Second and goal to 7. Um, yeah. So in the NFL today, that game goes at 5 Eastern, 3 hours from now. I would rather have Washington plus 7. It's actually 7 even money at Circa. That's a good bet. I wouldn't even bother waiting on the half point. 7 even's better than 7.5 flat. Half point's worth, with that total being 43.5, worth about 9 cents. Second and goal at the 7. Back, fires. Incomplete. Not close. Complete waste of a down. They have no chance to score. Here we go. Beck has thrown for 45 yards in the shot. I don't think he has a chance to complete one down here in this red zone with this crowd in the game. 11:22 to go. Clock stop. Third and goal to 7. Gun trips left. Beck back has plenty of time. He's going to run it, and they get him at the 3. I have to think they'll kick it, but they've missed 2 going into this win. I mean, it's a fucking extra point. Yeah, you got to kick it. These Miami fans look like somebody stuck a pile of dog shit in their face. They're so sick that they got to kick a fucking field goal. This kid's 0 for 2. Here we go. The ball is near the left hash. He's missed them both wide right. This one is right down the middle and good. 21-yard field goal for Miami. Canes 3. Aggies nil. And uh, we are in the process of seeing, as things stand, a second SEC team get eliminated in 2 playoff games. How about the third game? We also get another SEC team get eliminated when Tulane wins the game outright at Ole Miss. Yes, calling it, calling my shot. Babe Ruth, 17-point dog on the field. Tulane wins this game. Now A&M can win it, and that would ruin the SEC 3 out of 3 out. Of course, an SEC team won last night, so that's the argument that the SEC people can give to me uh, back in my face. Live price coming here shortly. Let's see. Am I looking at anything else here? So Ken Kenneth, 47.39. My favorite from the playoff. I said this already. Indiana has the best draw. They have a relatively easy path. I think they'll be a touchdown favorite against Bama and should beat them pretty handily. And after that, I would think that they'll beat either Texas Tech, Oregon, or James Madison and get to the final. And then from there, Georgia and Ohio State are the 2 highest power rated teams, and they will both be favored over Indiana. But I'm not sure that they can beat Indiana, especially if they beat the shit out of each other before they get there. The Philadelphia game, as you asked me about, to Adrian Pine 6036. Um, Redskins, I don't call it outright. They'll beat them. I think they'll beat them one of the 2, but not both, probably. But they'll certainly relish the chance to do it. I mean, they're going to take their shots. The schedule sucks. I mean, the NFL needs to really fucking figure out what they're doing. There's way too many people that make way too much money that they don't make the right decisions. Like how in the fuck can you have um I'll answer your question in a second. This is a tremendous question. How in the fuck can you sit there and like rationally look people in the face and say, okay, we're gonna have a chick be the down judge or the line judge in an NFL game, and she's built like a let's call it a sumo wrestler. She's not that big, but she's pretty big. And it's like, come on, she runs like a 6'4" 40. Like, how in the fuck is she more qualified to officiate an NFL game than I? I mean, I just we were trying to go over the math, like what it would take to get this right. Like, okay, so there's 9 refs a game times 18 crews or whatever, maybe 20. Let's call it 20 crews. 180 refs, 180 guys. Give them full time jobs, pay them 200 a year, and ex college players, so there's no allegiance to any NFL team or whatever, and just get elite athletes out there that are officiating elite athletes. Why would you have 70-year-old dudes and chicks out there officiating games? Like it doesn't make any sense. For it's a billions and billions of dollars of fucking money, and they got people out there that can't even fucking run with these guys. Like how can they possibly officiate the game properly when they can't be physically capable? All right. Anyways, I'm off that soapbox. John McEnhose. What a fucking tremendous name, sir. That is an absolute awesome. Before I answer your question, I'm going to tell you I used to have a ping pong table at my mom and dad's house when we were kids, and we all had our names. One of my ping pong names was Li Wing Ching. Am I even allowed to say that anymore? I feel like I'm being racist and not even on purpose. Dong Chong was, but my favorite center player of all time was Johnny McEnroe. And of course, I was really young when he was good. By the time I was starting to get older, he started to suck, which was a sad part of my childhood to see him start getting beat by the Samprases and the Agassiz and whoever else from America was good at the time. Um, but yeah, my ping pong name on American soil, Johnny McEnrex. I amuse myself. If I don't amuse you guys, sorry, tough beat. Watch some other shit. Elko against Todd Bowles in a sumo match. I have to think Elko is just a superior intellect. Like you don't get to coach at Duke without being pretty smart to begin with. And I mean, look at him; he's built pretty good. He's talking to one of the refs now. He's in shape. I'd like to think that Elko would win it between him and Todd Bowles. I'd book it though. I mean, fuck it. I mean, if you're gonna book a boxing match between a heavyweight champion and a YouTuber, and you can bet real money on this shit. Lay $11, just whatever you're laying, just shove it right in there for your nuts, and know that you're just whatever you lay, it's a win. Um, yeah, then why wouldn't we book Elko against Todd Bowles? Just fucking put a lineup. I'd put Elko up about $4 probably, and write a bet and move the line, and I'd move it super aggressive, like almost to a fucking scalp. That's one of the things also that you guys don't know. Uh, Lenny Cascade was my old boss in like 2006. I worked in the Del Mar and Cascade office, and he was really good about he super aggressive moves. He's like, we're going to deal some stuff that nobody else is dealing. If we do, you have to move it. And I like I would always be scared. I would always trust the line. He's like, if you got a guy from this lion account or this sheep account, like, don't move the line 10 cents. Like, move it 40 cents. And I'm like, you're scalping yourself. He says, no, we're not. You move it off that bet. And if they bet the other side, move it back to where it started. I don't, he goes, we're not doing this to make money. We're doing this just to acquire business. I wasn't understanding the process at the time, but I was like, how the fuck can you sit there and try to write bets and not win them? He was playing chess. And at the time I saw it in 2006 as checkers. He really smart guy. John McEnhoe's agreed 100%. Now I feel a little bit smarter than I did before. All right, here we go. Canes have now caught up in plays. The yardage is 73 to 65 on the ground. The Canes are up 3-0. A&M has a the 34. The pass is incomplete on first down by Reed. Thanks for checking me out. Appreciate you guys. 2:13 Eastern, 11:13 on the West Coast. My name is Rex Byers. You are here with me in the SweatBox. YouTube TV, Twitch TV. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for your questions. Do not be strangers. Ask about anything. I'll try to keep a close eye on what's happening in the world of sports. Not just this playoff game, but obviously that one more important than anything else. Um, College basketball, there's shit as well. Kentucky and St. John's, 1 point game, 13:28 to go. Cats right back in it. The one early game that has some importance as far as the rankings and whatever. Oakland University's coach Greg Campy's been there for about 41 years. He's great. They played Michigan State today at Little Caesars Arena in Detroit. Spartans 79, Oakland 70. Line was 19.5, and the Grizzlies get the cash. Moss catches it, breaks about 4 tackles, spins around, runs about 20 yards, and gains about 4. 3rd and 6, 9:15 to go in the third. Canes 3, A&M 0. Oh, 3rd and 17. Fuck, I didn't know that. What was there, a penalty? Oh, this is a fucking draw play for sure. Total fucking give up. Let's see. He's in the gun, back to the left. They are going to throw it. Reed has time. It's only a 4-man rush. Fires over the middle. Intercepted. Fitzgerald catches it. He's at the 30, the 25, the 20, out of bounds. The Canes are in business, up 3, 8:37 to go in the third. Is that Ed Reed? All right. 2 turnovers today for Reed, and the Canes are in business here. I think you guys will enjoy this. Ed and I having a little chat about this A&M shit. I can't remember. Fucking idiot. Is it there? I don't know. It's enough. I'm going to read it to you just in case. He says Texas A&M has been vastly overrated all year. I don't like Reed. Perhaps the wind is a problem. I said it's impossible to play a worse schedule. They could play 100 years of the SEC. I'm not joking about this. They could play 100 years and there will not be a worse one. It's stone fucking impossible. Look at the teams that A&M beat this year in the SEC, and look at the one they lost to. It's impossible to play a worse schedule. It really is. And the Notre Dame win doesn't get any better with age for anybody. A&M showing blitz here on 3rd and 7. Here they come. Knockdown. Fucking great play. 21. Knocks it down. 4th and 7. Field goal attempt coming for Miami. I was just telling Ed this is the year that there should be four teams stop. Are you fucking shitting me? uh, he's missed, yeah, 47, 40, and 35. This one he misses. Snap down up. This one bangs off the post. Wide left. Yeah, the snap and the hole were fine. That's what I was checking out. Man, this is a tough one for Miami. They could easily be up 6-0 or 9-0. All right. So there we go. No questions here. Ask him. What's going on? Talk to me, boys and girls. Make this thing interesting. Interactive chat. I'm here to inform, entertain, and educate. With my Ball State University journalism degree, my name is Rex Byers. I am your host here on the SweatBox, live from Southern Indiana, my mom and dad's house. I'll go back to Las Vegas in about 2 weeks, a little bit before that. But in the meantime, trying to look at, give you guys some action. Uh, Ed, no more kicking. It's not wrong. It's hard. It's going to be hard to keep trying one for sure. I have to answer that. I told him and said that he's right. That makes it even more funny. That there cannot be any more kicks for Miami, no matter what the fuck they do. And I don't give a shit if they score a touchdown. If God God forbid they do, that's bad for my under. But if they score a touchdown, they have got to go for two. There's no more fucking kicking. Do not let that guy be a part of this. Now, I will say he had the hang on, I'm gonna say something here. He did have the ass end of the wind on all three kicks. Maybe fourth quarter gets another crack. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Uh Ken Kniff 4739, Adrian Pime 6036, Johnny McInhose, Jason Hawkins 3868, Gas Panic 24, Jackie and FL. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for checking me out today and spending some time listening to me babble and drivel on about sports. This is what I do. This is what I love. Um, this is what I want to earn to for the rest of my life. I give a lot to it. I love it. It's a passion. It deeply sucks to not have a job working in a book, but that's life, and it's okay. You know, doing this is good. I have a fun time. I love interacting with people. I have, I think, personable skills that will carry over to whatever I end up doing next. And if it's only this, that's great. And let's, if you're on YouTube, bang that bell and like it, subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. Helps me out a little bit, gets me some traction there, and certainly on Twitch, which is where I'm really trying to make this thing happen. I believe that people watch people play video games on Twitch. Why don't people watch people gamble on Twitch? That's my thought process, and I think there's a route to some success there. That's what we're going to try to do. If you just can hit the follow and subscribe button, that'd be greatly helpful. It doesn't cost you nothing. Travis Span 2558. Thanks, pal. You're in. Appreciate you checking me out. 6.5 to go in the third. 3-0 Canes. A&M ball. I feel like the viewer situation is fake news. Gotten a lot of comments today, and I do appreciate all of them. It's awesome. It's way more fun to interact with people that are talking to you, and I can talk back and tell you what I think about whatever than it is just me sitting here talking to myself, which I've had a few times. 3rd and 1 A&M at the 29. Draw play out of the eye. First down. Gain of about 4. Clock will move inside of 6 minutes here. For those of you who are not or were not here earlier, unfortunately, you missed out on some pretty good opportunities. Under 35 flat at the end of 1. It was no score. And we put that in then. Miami +4 flat also is small for 1. The other one was for 2. And then we overshot this under again at 28.5. No score in the middle of the second quarter. Under 29.5 -112 was the official bet, actually. Reed rolls right. He's flushed out. They got him. It's technically a sack, even though it was a quarterback run. Scott got him back there. Loses about 2. Clock will move inside of 5 minutes in the third quarter. The 2-minute warning, we took one more whack at it, and I got more than what I wanted again, under 24.5 -118. So that's where things stand. It's a tough one in terms of I don't I mean again last night I thought under was an absolute fucking gold mine, but it just there were big plays and the pick six for Alabama before the half kind of sealed the fate of that one. I think it was sitting 17-7 or 17-10 before that, and it could have possibly stopped then. And once they got that, it never was going to. Reed dumps it off to the back, complete on 2nd and 11, gain of about 7, out to the 38. Coach is going garbanzos. He wants a flag. No, no. Get what? The fuck are they begging for? Stop begging. No flag. He fucking knocked him out of bounds. No, bullshit. There's no flag on that. 3rd and 4. Wow, they say it's supposed to be a flag. Fuck them. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Back offset to the right. Shotgun rolls left. Fires incomplete. Out of bounds. Hunt it, bitches. Fuck y'all. You stupid crying ass motherfuckers for the flags. I don't even like Miami, but that's not a flag. I do not agree with that at all. There's no flag on that. Like to stop being a punk. Like he ran out of bounds and the guy like gave him a little bit of a tap to like coerce him to continue to stay out of bounds. And remember, I have A&M in the second half here too, so I'm not like I'm 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 a fucking straight shooter right now. Like I'm seeing things extremely well here. 3:43 left, 4th and 4. This one's low. Caught at the 18. Tony, God, get his ass. That's the only way that Miami's going to fucking score is this motherfucker becomes a punter, interception, or catches a 82-yard touchdown pass. The Aggies have scored as much as I have today. 0. 3-0. Check out the Cats. Cats. Get a little sneak. Here we go. Probably a commercial. No? Oh, Cats are up 5. Excellent. This is fucking great. Oh, no. I hit the wrong button. I don't want to fucking fix it. Oh, you guys aren't going to fucking believe this shit. There's like a mouse on this remote. I don't know how to fucking control it. Holy Gibraltars. I'm gonna lose my mind. Can one of my friends from back home come over here, please, and help me fix this TV? Ah! Hang on, where is it? Where is the mouse? I think you have to get. Hang on, I have to get up. I'm gonna fucking. Oh my god. Hang on. so lucky to do this earlier and get it right. And I was like, okay, I'm good to go the rest of the whole fucking day. All I have to do is change the channels. I don't have to hit the eight. I hit the wrong button. And now the TV is back on some homepage with the fucking mouse. No, no, no. Just fuck. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. I figured it out. You have to treat it like a wand or some shit. Not even a mouse. It's like a wand. Okay, all right. Fucking, my IQ's not very high. Oh, the cats are doing pretty good here. They're doing maybe better off without me watching. They're up by 8. Patino's going to lose his fucking mind. That's great by me. Rob Black, 4211. I thought you were going to work on the cursing. Man, I'm trying. I did good last night. The problem is fucking my dad and Steven were here, and they were talking and drinking and whatever. And I couldn't even talk over them, so I didn't curse. And then today, I can't. So it's hard. Thanks for checking me out. I appreciate you, my friend. Good luck tonight. I won't say anything more than that. I've heard that there's some sort of participation situation going on where there's a chance to maybe earn some money. I wish you well. Know you'll be competing against some of my friends and cohorts. Otega Owe, 16 points, 6 of 13. Jesus, fuck. Excuse me. I was going to hit the mute button. Hit the be right back instead. I will say one thing about these cats. I love Pope, and I love the fact that they guard. They will guard. They were embarrassed in a couple of these games against Gonzaga and Louisville, but they guard. They'll guard you. I got to stop this. Nobody gives a fuck about Kentucky against St. Lawrence. Although I kind of want to keep it on now. The Cats have been playing great. Under 8 timeout. Cats 59, St. Lawrence 49. What the fuck? Okay, here we go. All right. So yeah, sorry to anybody who has kids around. I'll do better, or I'll try to do better. I was doing great. Today's just F bomb world. 2:32 to go in the third. Canes 3, A&M nil. Second and 9 at the 45 of Miami. Fletcher got one after he picked up a first down out of the TV timeout and the punt. An injury here. A&M lost their leading tackler. Is that 17? Yeah, Regis. And 8 Moss also going off. He's, I think, one of their top 2 or 3 receivers. This has been a fun game despite all the lack of points. Of course, I'm going to say that because I have under a jillion times. But draw, nope, fake. Quick pass to the outside. The catch is made by Moore. Give him maybe 6, 5. Be third and short. Clock will move inside of 2 minutes here. Canes up 3-0. And they moved it out into A&M territory at the 49. Third and 3. Third and 4. Midfield, let's call it. Back out of the gun again. There is a back offset to his right and his left. Draw to the back to the left. That's Fletcher. He only gets about 2. Given the fact that they have been wildly successful on defense all day, they're probably going to punt it here on 4th and 2. The announcer's right. Greg McElroy said it exactly right. You're supposed to go for it here. The analytics say go for it, but based on how the game's been played all day, fucking punt it. It's simple. I mean, until the other team shows that they can take the ball down the field and score. And remember this: A&M has the win in this quarter. Miami's going to actually have a chance to kick a field goal in the next quarter going the other way. This guy might have a shot. This is going to be a penalty for delay of game. 49 seconds left, 48 on the clock when they'll snap it, and they'll be on the other side of midfield now into the wind. So the punter can feel free to just bang it away as hard as he wants to. They say the wind is swirling. That's bullshit. There's no swirling wind. This wind is for sure some sort of a right to left, some sort of a deal going this way. 4th and 7. Here comes the punt. Caught. Fair catch at the 16. About a 39-yard net. 33 seconds left in the third. We go from there. 1 hour and 4 minutes away from Tulane beating Ole Miss outright. Yes, fucking calling them. You guys don't understand it? You need to know. Plus 17. I'm not anti Ole Miss. I'm very pro Tulane. Jake Retzlaff has a monster game today. The longer it stays close, the better it's going to be. The more boos that you'll hear from the crowd, knowing that they lost their head coach to LSU, which in my mind isn't a huge drop off, but it will matter in situational spots today once Tulane has the better of it. I had them the first time they played, and it was a bloodbath. They got beat 45-10. They were never competitive. That won't happen today. Read back, sacked. Thank God he didn't fucking fumble. Back at the 6, it's going to be about a 9-yard loss. That'll be the last play of the third quarter as well. I tell you what, I want to play Miami live, but I can't get there just because I feel like the coaching situation is still so much of a fucking mismatch. At some point, A&M's going to do something, and Miami won't have an answer. The total's down to fucking 13. I can't. I have so much the best of it with under 35 and 34 and 28 and a half. I still can't get there. I want to go over and try to give myself a crack at, you know, the pinata like I do with Miami +4 and A&M -2, but I can't get there. It would have been nice for Miami to be up 6-0. I would love to have a chance to A&M win at 7-6, but that probably won't happen now. 13 flat, 12 and a half over a bunch. 12 over a lot at some places. This is actually a fascinating fucking number, to be honest with you. I'm gonna sit this out for a minute and see what the market comes here as we get to the end of the quarter. Go back to the Cats for a minute and see if I can sweat this out. Cats by 10. Great. God damn it. Missing bunnies, turnovers, dumb shit. Stuff's got to be out of there by March. They're going to be competitive. I wonder what Patino's record is against Kentucky. He has to be under 500. I'm just curious how bad. No, 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 no. Hit his fucking leg. Other way. Oh, fuck off. 6 minutes to go. 5:59. St. John's down by 10. 24 dribbled it off his leg, and they somehow gave the ball to St. John still. I'm not really sure why or how. Okay. Let's see. Into the third. Live prices are out there in the football game. Miami laying 3.5 plus a ton. This is an interesting number. So somebody with an algorithm fires up a Miami a favorite 3.5 number. but the dog is laying like plus 160 or some shit. Or the score has 2.5 minus 190. So the three obviously is a big deal. Bodog has three minus 20, which is three flat, basically, which is the right number. Like, what? Don't get cute. Just put up a fucking three and move on. Chris and Pinnacle are doing that. 3 minus oh 07, 3 minus 15. 13 flat, 13 under money, 12 and a half over money on the total. I can't say I have an opinion on that. I think 13 and a half is probably a better number. Score is 13 and a half under 30. Yeah, I think 12 and a half is too low, but I can't. Who the fuck in their right mind could bet that? Are you shitting me? Oh, Kentucky Challenge. They're going to win that. That ball hit the other kid in the leg. I'm not even watching. Let's go back to the football. Kyle Field, College Station, Texas. Sean McDonough, Greg McElroy, your announcers. Texas A&M has scored as many times today as I have in the last several months. 0. I'd laugh if it was a good joke. It's a terrible joke. It's not fun when you don't get laid. Back to you, Mark. Thanks for checking me out here. My name is Rex Byers here on the SweatBox, Twitch TV, YouTube TV. A&M out to the 24 to start this drive. A gain of about 7 on Reed's pass. Let's see. Is there any questions? No, I don't see anything here. Is there anything in the YouTube? Nope. All right. Well, maybe it's I don't know. You guys are in the YouTube or the Twitch, either one. Seeing them that way. And the Streamlabs. All good. Okay. 3rd and 3. Big play, given the fact that A&M's inability to do anything consistently. Reed rolls out, throws it, caught. First down after the 36. A&M will move the sticks. Good decision by Reed that time. I actually thought he was better off tucking it and running it. That's about their first down since the first quarter. I swear to God, they haven't done shit. They're going really fast. 4 to the left, nobody in the backfield, 1 to the right. Ref sets it. Yeah, the diamond to the left, rolls right. Going to keep it. Gets about 3. Scott runs him out of bounds. Second, and let's call it 7. 3-0 Canes. 13:44 to go. Fourth quarter. College football playoff. 10-7 game. Miami is at A&M. The winner meets Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl at Jerry World on New Year's Day. Here's a jet sweep to the left. No sniff. He actually got 2. The misdirection hasn't worked most of the day. Miami's eye discipline's been incredible. I really thought their defense wasn't that good. I have to give this defensive coordinator an upgrade. I thought that A&M coaching advantage would be a big factor here. Miami has better players, but A&M has better coaches, and that's not necessarily been true. The players are pretty close, and the coaches, Miami's held their own. Why the fuck do you wear a mouthpiece and don't have it in? I don't understand that. I've talked about this before. I'm going to talk about it again here. 3rd and 5, trips left, shotgun, back offset to the right, fires it to the left. He gets 1 block and he gets 1 broken tackle, and that's a gain of 6. A&M will move the sticks. First down, 12:40 to go. Yeah, why the fuck do you have a mouthpiece and you don't wear it? Like, what's the point? It's not a decoration. It's there to protect your fucking teeth. Like, wear your mouthpiece. Like, if you're Steph Curry and you're shooting free throws, if you want to sit there and fucking chew it like dip, okay, fine. You're not going to be any intent of being harmed. You're going to make 9 out of 10 of these every time the rest of your life. Fine. When you're playing and you're in the act of a game and you have a chance to get hit in the teeth or the mouth by professional athletes, or in this case, even anybody in football, no matter if it's middle school, fucking put your mouthpiece in. Like, don't put it there as a fucking decoration. All right. I'm done rambling about that for today. You'll hear me about it again, not tomorrow because I'm going to Turfway, but the day after for sure. Monday Night Football, Colts I'll do it again. Here we go. Motion left, play fake, read back, dumps it off to the back. Concepcion catches a gain of about 6. Be 3rd and 4. 11:42 left. Clock will run again. Are you shitting me with this? Amazon Alexa is loading. Why would it Alexa load? Possible. Even my dad and my mom are playing a cruel joke on me. They want me to just be miserable here. Okay, here we go. Somehow programmed the TV to fuck me in the middle of this. Sorry for the language. It's actually been a great game. I've under for my nuts all the way around. Look at this shit. Miami offsides. That's the coaching. That's what I'm fucking talking about with the coaching. This is where you can't do that. 11 just blasted through the center or the right guard. It was there was a lot of embellishment. Doesn't matter. You don't anything's it's a first down. First down at the 41 of Miami now. Reed under pressure rolls out right, fires. Did he catch it? Concepcion, they do say it's a catch. It's a 20-yard gain. A good throw, and he'd still be running. He'd be running all the way to Waco. This is as close as they've been to Miami scoring position the entire day. They're still playing, or they're trying to play warp speed. Now we got to, they're going to review it so A&M won't get to go fast. That's one of the things too that I looked at when I was going under here, is that can A&M sustain a drive to play the face that they want to play? And I figured out, oh, that's going to be an incomplete pass. Wow, that's a great call by the review booth. It's incomplete. So yeah, I want to bet Miami live. Hang on a second. Let me see, because they're gonna if they didn't handicap that the right way, it's gonna be second down. Hang on. Oh fuck! There was A&M -3 for just a second. I did tell Ed that's not a catch. Tell your live guy that. I mean, it's a courtesy thing. I don't want the Superbook to put up some fucking line that's wrong. That three that would have been stealing. Taking Miami +3, even if it loses, it still would have been stealing. Now Chris has Miami 2.5, Pinnacle has 2.5, 10.5 total, 10 over 98. I actually like under 10. I would at 10.5 under, not actually a horrible bet. I don't see it. I don't see how they score. I fuck. What game are we watching to think that your team's going to score a touchdown if there's not some sort of a accident? 10.5 flats out there. I'm gonna fucking go for more. I'm a glutton for punishment, I guess. I have all these under positions that are so good that I can't just like say that any of them are any bad. I mean, they're all different. Remember, I told you all this beforehand. Everything's a different spot. Every bet's a different bet. You can't have to treat them the same way. They're not equal. I got an order in for 10.5 -120 or better. Let's see what happens. The Pinnacle line's gone, or it's going. Got it. Okay, let me put it in the chat so everybody's aware. Okay, there we go. Let's see how much I'm going to get here. Hang on. We'll get the official number here shortly. Between 1 and 1.5. 1800, 1.2. All right, here we go. Third and 10. 10:35 to go. A&M ball at the 41. Gun. Back is offset to the left. Trips to the left. One to the right. Motion right. Comes a blitz. Complete. Right at the sticks. Give him 11. Maybe 10. First down. I'm okay with that. Reed threw one, hum one right in there. To be honest, this wins a motherfucker. I can't believe that we didn't talk about this more before the game. I didn't. I actually didn't even handicap that to be a big factor, or a under would have been a huge play pregame, let alone doing the live shit. What's that fucking review again? Are you shitting me with this bullshit? Surely the fuck he didn't drop it. Oh, they're reviewing the spot. No, he got a first down. That's enough yards. 31 or 30 and a half. I can't even understand what they're looking at. Like, I mean, it's kind of a tough beat. A&M wants to play fast, and there's been reviews on a couple. Of course, the review that stopped the last one was the right call. It was an incomplete pass, but this one here is a tough one. They wanted to keep going, and the review's slowing them down. That's what the coach is going to get in the refs' ear and be like, "Listen, stop fucking us with the reviews. Let us play. We can't score if we have to play normal pace. We need to play fast. Give us a chance to go fast." I want to go fast. What's it? The NASCAR movie, Ricky Bobby. Kentucky leads St. John's by 13 with 128 left. The next door neighbor, Stephen Cherry, was over here last night having a chat with my father. He made a couple of comments about UK and UK's coach not doing good this year. I just flat out said, listen, I'll have Mark Pope be the coach until the day that I die. I'll never lose sleep for one night. I'm a huge fan of him as a person, huge fan of him as a cat. He was the captain of the best team in the history of college basketball before this year. I don't know. Michigan's going to try to run me out. Don't tell DJ that. The guys that are playing cards with him tonight. Got an injury. 9:44 left. An A&M first down as well. This to me just I can see it happening already. They're not going to score. They're going to get down here to the dick, and they're either going to go for a fourth down and not get it, or they're going to kick a field goal and miss it because of the fucking wind. All right. Miami, Ohio is undefeated this year, which is noteworthy because the MAC hasn't had an at-large team to get into the NCAA tournament since Miami, Ohio with Wally Serbiak back in '99 or '98. Lost to Kentucky in the Sweet 16 as an at-large. They did not win the MAC that year. Eastern Michigan with Earl Boykins did. Um, Miami was undefeated in the non-conference. Today they opened up conference play in Muncie. They lead Ball State by 4 at the half. The game opened 10 and a half, bet down to 7.5 at post. A lot of Ball State money. I had no opinion. Lean Ball State, but not at 7.5. I would have taken 10 maybe. Miami's up 4. They're laying 3.5 at halftime. Total 78.5. Again, we only have under if I had to get involved. Nothing else up. There's a commercial. What the hell's going on with the commercial? It was a stoppage of play for a long time. I don't know what the fuck they're doing in the football game. Let me pull up the box, see where I'm missing anything. First and 10 at the Miami 19. Reed's pass complete to Craver. So there's an injury. The yardage is 250, 257 to 165. St. Laurent just hit a 3 cut to 11. Cats are still in decent shape. 47 seconds left. 74-63 Cats. I'm actually going to enjoy the rest of this one. I want to watch the Cats close this thing out. And listen, I mean, Rick Pitino is a legend at UK, and he speaks nothing but highly stuff about Kentucky and Pope all the time. I even when he was at U of L, he never had a lot of bad stuff to say, or never shit talked even Calipari, who he didn't doesn't necessarily like or get along with. I got the box score up on the football game. I do not have the TV. I'm going to watch the rest of the Cats here. Yeah, this is a really nice win for the Cats. I'm happy that they're going to get there. Like I say, listen. If you haven't taken a shot or you haven't thought about taking a shot, Quentin's hadn't even played all year, and the point guard from Pittsburgh that transferred in is not healthy, still wearing a shoulder brace or whatever. This is a big spot. The fact they were down 7 at the half and they're going to win by 12 or whatever in a game that the betting market got it. The betting market figured it out. They went from a dog to a favorite, which tells me that people there are people that are smart that understand. This is a team that's going to be having will have to be dealt with in March. I do think you can find 40 to 1 or so out there. Go ahead and take it. It's worth a look. I didn't know they didn't need to do that. Now we got some shit talking. They were going to run it out. Yeah, they didn't need to. Oway threw it up, and they had a chance to just run it out, and they didn't. And then the St. John's kid talked some shit. He's right. Kentucky didn't need to do that. It's tough. You want to compete to the final buzzer, but at the same time, you don't want to embarrass your friend. Diabate gets taken out. All right, I got to turn this shit off. A&M has 3rd and 8 at the Miami 17. That's far more important than anything. I kind of want to see the handshake, so I was watching this shit, and now I get stuck and I'm missing the playoff football game. 4th and 8. Reed's pass is incomplete for Bo Kircher, and they'll have to kick a field goal. It says the ball was dropped. That's even worse. They're at the 17, so they're not even a cinch to make it. Double technicals, no free throws. They're running out from here. I think he told them to go to the locker room. Don't even shake their hands. Kind of a blow by there. Cats 78, St. John's 66. Cats go to 8-4. St. John's is 7-4. Rafterty's blow by. I love it. All right, there'll be another game on there in CBS in a bit. Carolina and Ohio, is it Ohio State? Field goal is good. Oh, he nutted it. Lit it inside the right goalpost. The Miami kicker couldn't quite figure that out. Here we go. 16 plays, 67 yards, 7:30 off the clock. Miami has not touched the ball in the 4th quarter. 8:03 left in the game. Canes 3, A&M 3. Overtime is the only thing that's going to beat that last total bet, and the other ones are to the barn. I mean, in no world is the game going to go over 28, 28 and a half, 35 and a half. Yardage 259 to 165. Let's look at the current camera situation or any questions anybody might have or anybody that wants to talk about whatever. M. Lewis 8111. Good luck today, Rex. Thank you. Yeah, so far so good. Long way to go. The under 35 flat was the first play. Under 28 and a half flat was another one. Miami +4, and then also A&M -2 at the half. Have a chance to scoop all this mess, and then some under 10 and a half. It'll go overtime. I'll get it up the booty on that one. Probably. We'll see. Maybe not. Maybe we can get a Miami stop and a A&M field goal again at the gun. 6-3 final. Scoop the whole poop. All right. I am Rex Byers, top of the hour. You're here watching me on the SweatBox, and I appreciate you for doing that. YouTube TV, Twitch TV, Rex_Byers on Twitter, Beyers. I am going to take a quick break while we're in commercial of the football game. The live price, I'm not going to be involved with it, by the way. Live price, oh, wow, not much of a market. At 3-all, we have 12 and a half over 90 at Buckeye. I don't even think that's even a good line. I don't see much of a market at all. Pick, lots of pick. That's why Pinnacle and Chris they have the money lines. If anything that's not a pick, if there's some Miami -1.5 out there, I don't even understand that. Miami can't be the favorite, not any kind of a real favorite. I lean A&M for sure if you can get plus money. Lean only though, nothing stupid. This is an absolute dart throw, and anything can happen. And you see how hard it is for him to do anything out there. I'll be back in exactly 2 minutes. All right, here we go. 8:03 left. 3-3. A&M has kicked off to Miami. The Canes will start at their own 25, I guess. I think that was a touchback. The live prices really aren't there. I'm surprised the market's not giving much. Just pick one, and the totals are just totally gone at this point, which is okay. I understand. The college overtime rules are a little different, but not like impossible to book. I mean, you know that there's an overtime, another overtime, and then there's 2-point conversions all the way until they figure out a winner, which is a bullshit system, but it is what it is. It keeps out the 7 overtime nonsense that we saw between LSU and Arkansas a few years ago. Big run by Dalton, or for Fletcher, sorry, yeah. 12 for 97 now for him. Canes are out past the 40. Oh, wow, 7. What a great block. Yeah, they didn't even get touched until he got into the secondary. Middle of the fourth quarter. We're inside of 7.5 to go. Regulation time. 3 all. Canes at their own 41 first down. Shotgun. Back is in the, it's actually a pistol type look. Play fake. He's going to throw it. Caught. And it's fumbled. And A&M has it. A&M will take over at their own 47. 7:11 to go in regulation. I mean, kind of sucks. It was a nice play all the way around. Good throw, good catch, better defensive play. And that's their first turnover. Yeah. That is just incredible play by 25 for A&M. God, what a great play. You guys will see it here in a second. That's an incredible. 8 made a nice play, and 25 came. We had the 8 was going to make the tackle, and 25 was the stripper. And yeah, it worked out well. I actually liked A&M live before this fucking drive started. I feel like a little bit sick about not doing something with it at pick. Draw, no game. Maybe lose one. Clock will go down inside of 7 minutes on this play. 3-3. Under 10.5. That's my last play here. If I can scoop the whole pot, it'd be amazing if A&M wins 6-3. Play fake, fires it, complete. Gain of about 9, maybe 10. Oh, and he got knocked forward through the first down marker. Give him 12 now. 55 came out of nowhere, just banged him forward. 87 with the catch. Clock will move inside of 6 minutes before the next step, and A&M is sniffing field goal range. They're going fast. Reed back, and they got him. Nothing there. Sack. Loses 2. Come on, 6-3. Let's fucking go for the whole shebang. Bang their fucking dicks. Come on. 6-3 is just to scoop the poop. Scoop it all. Come on. 5.5 to go. Second and 11. Maybe 12. No. Yeah, maybe 11. Now let's call it 11. Motion left. Play fake. Reed keeps it. Quarterback draw-ish type play to about 4 yards. They're at the field goal range marker on the field. And yeah, I don't think this, I don't, I, that marks fake news. They're not kicking no fucking field goal from here going into that wind. 8 for Miami's drunk, concussed, all this other stuff. Okay, here we go. 3rd and 6. Let's call it the 38. Gun. back to the left, offset in the shotgun, trips right. He's back. There's a flag and a sack. They're going to decline that. It's going to be holding against A&M, and there will be a punt. The 6-3 that I want will have to come later on. Hands to the face, not a hold. They do decline it. So the 15-yard penalty still is declined, which is the right call. I mean, in theory, in this kind of game, when either team can get a fucking sniff of the end zone, you almost want to take them back and dare them to try to do something stupid on 3rd and 24, 3rd and 22, whatever. 4th and 9, they're going to go for it. Here we go at the 41. I do not agree with this. I would punt it if I was A&M. Gun, back offset to the left. They may not run a play here. It may be some eye candy and then a punt. The clock is moving inside of 4.5 minutes to go. They're looking at the sidelines. They're not in any hurry to do anything. Miami's not going to jump. Delay. 4:13 to go in regulation, and the Aggies will punt it after the flag. Whether they will actually take it or not, it'd be funny if Miami would just decline that one too. Yeah, this Miami defensive coordinator, I mean, like skyrockets up my power ratings. What a fucking incredible game he's called. And a lot of it's the weather, but and A&M's offense is that good. I will say, I promise, if you bother to look at A&M's schedule this year, I'm not joking. There will not be an easier schedule in the SEC in 100 years. It's an impossibility. Like it's just a complete fluke. They played every single bad team, basically except for Kentucky. Here's the punt. Caught at the 3. Run out to the 10. Tony 15. Jesus Christ, don't fumble. Back to the 13. That's okay. Perfect. 4:02 left. 3-3. Let's see if we have a commercial. And if not, let's see if we have a live line or not. I don't have any opinion. I think pick flat's the number, and you can't even make a total now just because of the overtime and all the other bullshit, which they're not going to. There's actually not even a live price either. 3:13 Eastern, 3:14 Eastern, 12:14 Pacific time. Rex Spires here with you on the SweatBox. We're on our 4th hour today. I appreciate you coming out and hanging out with me for a bit. 25 minutes to kickoff on TNT and Max for Tulane and Ole Miss. I'm calling the upset outright for Tulane. Plus 17 is a great bet. I will be joining you from my basement for that one. I'm going to log off this and go back on after this goes final. Uh, Here we go. Kane's out of the pistol. Here's a draw. Big play, Fletcher. He's loose, out past midfield. They can't get him down. All the way to the 30. It's about a 50-yard gain. Fuck me. 13 for 153 now for him. Just a there's gap integrity, but the fact that they missed the tackle out of the pistol, I mean, it's missed tackle. 25 could have brought him down at midfield. Didn't. Clock will move inside of 3:20 here at the 30. 66-yard gain there. They give it to him up the middle, pounds his way through for 2. Miami has the wind at their back now, and they can use the clock to their advantage. The field goal kick at this point should be a rather rudimentary task compared to what he's had to do going the other way. Now, there is still a crosswind, so I'm not going to guarantee nothing. Certainly, he's already missed a couple. It's in his head. .240 to go. 2nd and 8. Pistol again. No, gun. Back offset to the left. Draw. Fletcher again. Breaks a tackle, first down. Bangs his way inside the 20 to the 16, first down Canes. They will be able to run this to the 2-minute warning. It's up to Texas A&M whether they want to try to stop it or not. 15 for 167 now for Fletcher. A&M has. So here we go. 2-minute warning. They let it run down to that. First and 10 for Miami at the 16. A&M's going to have to burn their timeouts on the other side of the 2-minute warning. I don't see a live price yet. I feel sorry for people who are playing drinking games today that involve scoring. You did that last night. You got pretty hammered in the second quarter. Unfortunately, in this game here, it hasn't worked out so well. And the next game, I'm not sure it will either. I think Tulane's path to victory is finding a way to slow down Chambliss. And I mean, listen, I don't know if Lane Kiffin's the best coach on earth or not. I just think that all the controversy that surrounded him, plus him being the most important person that calls the plays, no matter if Charlie Weiss's kid's the offensive coordinator or not, it's irrelevant. Ultimately, that he's going to feel some pressure if things don't go their way early. I can see that happening. I think Tulane can get ahead in a low-scoring game, keep the defense out, off the field as long as they can, run some clock, put the Ole Miss onus on their fans and the Boo Birds for all the shit that's happening with some of their players going to LSU and the coach going to LSU, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know. I can see it happen. In the James Madison game, I don't know. I have to watch a couple of drives. I need to see if they're physically able to match up with Oregon. If they are, they'll be in it because their coach knows what the fuck he's doing. I don't like their quarterback. Was Barnett, I think. The other kid, the cap, was at UNLV last year. He's a turd. Like I'm not a big fan of their offense, period. But their defense, I think, is pretty good, and I think that they'll give them a chance to compete. Oregon's offense isn't much to write home about. As a matter of fact, I haven't said this yet. I haven't recommended it. I should have put it right up there earlier, but I actually think that under 46 is a really good bet in that game. I would be really surprised if Oregon even gets to like the cover number 21. I think it'll be 24 to 10 or some shit like that. Like it won't be anything close to the total. And the dog has a huge value at plus 21 or even 20 and a half. Not as much as 21, of course, but because of the fact that I just don't think Oregon can score against their defense very much. I'm not a big fan of Oregon, period. I know a lot of people think that they have a shot. I'm not one of them. I think that Texas Tech will handle them quite easily next week. I think that they'll slow or stop the quarterback, period, and that'll be that. Here we go. Anisha's team won their game, 48 to 43 against McCutcheon. Fucking great. I hope she played good. Second down, 155 left. Fletcher got three. 16 for 170. That 56-yard game was a fucking monster. Really helps the average, too. A&M has called a timeout on that play. They have one left. 1:55 to go. Second and 7 for the Canes. They're in field goal range. Gun. Fletcher to the left. Gets it on the draw. Gain of about 2. Be 3rd and 5. A&M does call their last timeout. 1:50 on the clock. They could have got a couple of seconds back, but no. Sean McDonough has called this exactly correct. He's 1 for 4. But if he makes a second at the gun or close to it, 2 for 5 will be perhaps the MVP in this game. It's kind of comical. The box in this game, A&M has outgained them 271 to 268. It was a lot to a little before this drive, but Miami has had 4 field goal attempts, even though they only had like 180 yards before this drive. Punt, 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 field goal, field goal, field goal, field goal, punt, fumble. And again, the one field goal was made, the 3 were missed around it. A&M punt, fumble, punt, field goal missed, punt, downs, INT, punt, field goal, and then a punt. So here we go. 3rd and 5 at the 11. Tony on the jet gets it, 5 touchdown. I cannot believe they let that happen. That's the one guy you cannot let beat you. I just said this. Malachi Tony is like 12, and he's like the best player in the history of football. 9-3 Canes, 6 plays, 86 yards. 144 left. My under 10.5 bet's a loser. Everything else is still good. Well, no, the A&M bet, -2 at halftime is no good either, barring odd. Snap, down, up. Good. 10-3 Canes, 144 left, 6 plays, 86 yards, 2:18 off the clock. Best drive of the day by either team by 9 miles. Was it Tony was the one that fumbled? I didn't even know that. I love that kid. Like if I could play fantasy football in college, he would have been my first round draft choice. Like I love that guy. All it took me was to watch him play against Notre Dame and go, "Who the fuck is this number 10? He's a monster." Miami actually, after that drive, 86 yards, they have more yards than A&M for the game, which seemed to be an impossibility beforehand. It's now 279, 271 Miami in yards. They couldn't even do shit before that drive. I mean, here are their drives. 15, here are the yards. 15, 13, -2, 18, -4, 24, 72. That got their one field goal. 3, 16, 28, and then 86 on that touchdown. A&M ain't writing no fucking books either. 32, 31, 13, 65, 7, 17, 4, 18, 67 for their field goal, and then 12. All right, here we go. 144 left in regulation, 10-3 Canes. I really don't want 10-10. That's going to put me in an uncomfortable situation for these unders. All the 35 and the 28.5 and all that other nonsense that's supposed to be a Condick winner. will suddenly be a sweat if he gets to 10 all. Is there a live price? Let me check. I'm not involved. Yeah, Carissa 6.5 minus 500. So that's basically like saying that A&M won't score. I can't blame them. I mean, what the fuck? I would only have the favorite. Reed back, dumps it off to the back, caught out to the 30. Give him 5. Clock will stop. Oh, that's bullshit. He was still in bounds. 135 left. Yeah, 6.5 minus a bunch of money is Miami on the live market. Which again, that's they can't get a field goal. It's a good. The numbers are really really good. I don't like those compliment bookmakers. I'm out of a job. It is what it is. Shotgun back to the left. Fires right. Caught first down out of bounds. 130 left. Concepcion. There is a flag. The flag was in the backfield, so I'm not sure what it is. Roughing the passer. You got to be fucking shitting me on this. The only reason why I thought that might be what it was because it took them forever to figure it out, and they didn't even bother to consult. They knew after. Oh, get out of here with that nonsense. It's a horseshit call and completely stupid. Both things can be true. A&M is into Miami territory now. Throws over the middle, complete to the tight end, down to the 34. 123 left. Clock will stop as the chains move. A&M out of timeouts. Borkircher. Gun. Back offset to the left, 2 to each side. Read back. He's going to run it. He's going to get about 8, maybe 9. To the 25 ish. Clock will continue to move. Sean McDonough acutely says that there is plenty of time. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Back offset to the right in the gun. Reed looks left, fires. Incomplete. 3rd and 1. 53 seconds left. OSU Miami line would be M. Lewis asking that. I'll tell you. Let's see. Is that who they play? Oh, yeah, if they win. 112. I'll say Ohio State around 7. It's my number, and I think it'll come close to that as well. Maybe 6. Ohio State 6, 6.5. 49 seconds left. First down A&M at the 19. Gun, back, fires over the middle, complete. Caught at the 10, 5, out of bounds at the 4. Concepcion again. 39 seconds left. The fuck has this been all day? Fucking shitting me. He's right. Call a timeout after the next play. Both teams have had their best drives of the day back to back here inside the 2 minute warning. Motion left, fake jet, Reed rolls, fires, caught, but out of the end zone, incomplete. If the paint 3 yards deep of the end zone counted, it'd be a touchdown. If it was a Canadian Football League, it might be a touchdown. And College Station and on with regular football fields, that is an incomplete pass. Second and goal, 33 seconds left. Canes all 3 timeouts, A&M none. Reed in the gun. There is a back to his left, 2 receivers to his left. Tight end, H-back slot to the left as well. He's in the flat. They throw over the middle. Incomplete. And we have a guy from Miami, number 1 is dead. We have a deceased individual on the field. RIP. Number 4 for A&M also got whacked by number 1, and he's not going to be in for the next play either. 3rd and goal, 28 seconds left. There will be a commercial for this. Are they going to show this again? Number 4, number 1 killed each other. It wasn't they surely can't call targeting. Oh, they might. They may call targeting on one for Miami who died. Here is he who died. He also got called for a penalty because he hit somebody too hard. This would be an all-time act job if he's like faking it. He knew he wouldn't get a targeting call, so he laid down for a couple minutes. I gotta tell Ed. Incredible acting job. This kid's somehow not hurt at all after it's all said and done. He somehow avoided a targeting call by faking an injury. Am I even allowed to say that, or am I gonna get am I gonna get put on awful announcing, put on blast, and should be canceled? Fucking incredible. 3rd and goal, 28 seconds left at the 5. Trips left. Back is offset to the right in the gun. Reed drops back, fires. Intercepted. And the Canes will take over. 24 seconds left, and they will win the game. A&M is out of timeouts. The final score is going to be 10-3. Miami will win it. And they will play Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl. I'm not joking about this. And listen, I'm not trying to make light of it. This kid number 1 is hurt for Miami or injured, then so be it. But if that was a fake, that was one of the all-time best con jobs of all time. To be able to put it on yourself and get the targeting thought out of the equation. I can't believe it. When I saw it live, I didn't even think nothing about it. And then I saw the replay. I'm like, oh my God, they fucking smacked him right in the face in the helmet. Like in college, they call that all the time. 10-3 is the final score. Miami has won the game. We are 3 hours and 17 minutes into the SweatBox here. I am Rex Byers, your host. Thanks for checking me out. I am going to take a brief hiatus and check back in when we have kickoff or a little bit after that in about 15 minutes. Ole Miss and Tulane uh, from Oxford, Vaught Hemingway Stadium. Ole Miss, a lot of Tulane money here at the end, 16.5 flat the number. 17 was the take. Anything 17 flat or better is a good bet on Tulane. I think they're going to win the game outright. Let's fucking go. We're going to do it in part 2 of the SweatBox. Check back in with me in about 15, 20 minutes. I'm going to move the laptop down, get everything reset, get back to the basement, settle in, and we'll go from there. Be good. God bless. Take care. Thank you for checking me out. I am Rex Byers, your host, YouTube TV, Twitch TV. God bless. Tulane, Ole Miss. And at least for the first half, let's go from there. Coaching mismatch, Jason Hawkins, Ole Miss for $1 million, no